Right. Hello. Welcome to episode 2. Okay, so I'll let them finish in the background. Right, just got to sort a few things out of the background. Got waiting for people coming. For some reason, Discord's bloody nowadays. I don't know why. There we go. I have to mute people down. So I'm a bit opaque. Well, they're sorting themselves out and complaining about real life. Previously on Lost Colony. Well, last time, the party stopped the asteroid hitting the asteroid Nemesis hitting the planet, and obviously probably saved most of the survivors of the planet. And now basically, yeah, we're they were basically the captain of the ship that flew them out there. Captain Alquist of the Reckless, unfortunately didn't make it, and he's handed over the deeds of the ship to the party, and that's where we'll join them. However, I've just got to sort out something that one of our players made the mistake of clicking on some Discord spam bait, and he lost his Discord account. So I've got to update things to make it fix his new one. So as soon as I've got that done, and they finish talking, I will get going. But in the meantime, welcome once again. Hope we have some fun, and let's see if that works. Right. So we're missing Roger, it appears. No. Has anyone else noticed Discord seems to have doubled the volume output for everyone, or is that just mine? Yeah. Well, mine's extra loud. But anyway, that's as maybe. So hopefully everyone's feeling good and sort of still riding the boat. All your characters are riding the boat of being heroes and all that. But alas, obviously, it's a few weeks later, and the although people are always happy to see you around Temptation, the free drinks seem to be diminishing a bit now, and life is sort of returning to normal. In the meantime, you are all co-owners of an ex Clydesdale class gunboat, which has been converted into a light freighter called the Reckless. Um, and while I remember, I've been a little busy trying to sort some things out. So if you look on your sidebar under campaign, under world builder, you should find a wealth of background of information. It's all in the player's guide, but it's all been basically split out. And if you go into the maps, which I shall find now. Where is it? So if you would help if I went into the right thing. Hang on. Player guide. There we go. So for example, if I bring up the map of Banshee and share that out, although you should already have access, you should be able to see all the pins are on there for all the key areas that are in the gazetteer for the player's guide, and there's all world builder contacts with them. With the view, in theory, being that you should be able to add some notes on, but I haven't worked out how to do that yet.
No weather on the map, huh?
Shut up.
That's funny. I was doing the same thing with the Rune Lords dealio.
Yeah, I must admit.
Yeah, I've done that. I've
pointed out the world builder deal.
Yes. So as I say, it should all be cross-linked, and the idea is it will populate as time goes on. But at the moment, we find ourselves still in Temptation, and you've got the Reckless, which I think I have updated I've updated tweak slightly and updated the stats on as well. So it's got the correct amount of modifications available, and a bit of background information on it somewhere. Yeah, it's an old Clydesdale gunboat that's been refitted for civilian service. While the original weapon systems, armour and countermeasures have been removed, the ship is not defenceless. A dual-linked light autocannon has been retrofitted. So that's where we find ourselves. So,
Where are we? You said we're in what town?
temptation.
Which one's out on 1 or 2?
That's on. Everything's on 1. Two's uninhabited, apart from
Temptation,
Anouk's. Yeah. I was just trying to find it myself. I did categorise them, so it should be under locations.
By the Red River, just above Star Wars.
Indeed. There we go. Temptation in the Fertile Crescent. So, which means I've got a typo in my adventure today, but that's fine.
There's
I
a
can live with
euphemism there somewhere, but
I missed it. So, okay. So, right. So, what's your plan? What's your intentions? You've got a ship and you've got you've got the whole of the faraway system as well to explore.
We go to the local watering hole and listen for rumours, don't we?
Yeah, we'll need to find someone who's willing to pay us for a cargo run.
Oh, thank you. That's a very unpronounceable subscription there with all interesting characters that came up, but it says it's restaurant, so thank you very much. Well, we need to rename the boat. No, you can't. I've made videos called Tales of the Reckless. You can't rename it. It's all, well, you can. It's all registered and everything. You'll just have to spend a ridiculous amount of money as the GM's feeling very evil.
Right.
Come on, it's a perfect name for a spaceship for a bunch of.
I was going to call it the Himini.
It's a perfect name for a bunch of player character spaceship, isn't it? Anyway, so yes, asking around, it seems there's all sorts of jobs. However, obviously, although they know you're good like that, you're not. Basically, you've got to start to get a reputation of being reliable and all sorts, and that probably isn't helped by the fact that on your first job out, well, you get a job. It's just straightforward. It's literally transporting some foodstuffs up to a station orbiting Banshee, but. Alas, unfortunately, the contract falls through at the last, and you have to return the goods and the money. For one, very unfortunately, because it's looking good. You're all sitting there, you're all ready to go. You're stocked up, you're fueled up, and you're all ready to go. And you basically, actually, you wouldn't be orbiting Banshees out in the belt, so you'll need to use your gravity drive. And you get up into orbit, and you get the safe distance out from Banshee, and you prepare to activate the gravity drive, and then we have a slight problem. Wrong one.
Star Trek.
Meant to be that one. No, it's meant to be that one.
all sorts of problems.
All sorts of problems. Basically, you try to activate your gravity drive. We'll try that again. You try and activate the gravity drive, and all that happens is this.
Okay. Well, Anouk remembers that when he was on the boat, he saw someone running around the boat. There is someone on this ship. Me and Bryce saw someone on the ship, I think. So yeah.
Well,
Other than us.
First of all, can I look over where the problem is and see if it's something I'm going to figure out how to repair?
Yeah, basically. Yep. Oh, that's the other thing. I've actually finished the map of the Reckless. Let me share that one with you as well under campaigns images. Let's get rid of. Should be. Did I? Yep. There's a whole subsection for the Reckless. Should all be shared. So basically, the Reckless main map is there again. All with nice shortcuts for every area of the ship, and then obviously there are links to basically, if you go down the stairs, you end up in the basement. If you go up the stairs, you end up in the galley.
You need to turn the lighting off on the Reckless.
I do indeed. Thank you. You mean line of sight? There we go. I forget that. I hate the way it turns it on. I thought I turned it off. But in the meantime, we could take you up to. We could basically, I won't worry too much about the maps, but there's a map for the engine room and everything else if we need them. So anyway, you head up to you're basically in the engine room, Morgana. Let's have a repair check. Looks like your compression coil's fried, which is a bit of a problem because newer ships don't use them. It's only these older buckets. But without that compression coil, and there's no way to bypass it, this ship isn't going anywhere except at no more than 1,000 miles an hour.
Himini's going to search the ship for the stowaway.
Be my guest.
Do they now? Have we searched the ship enough to know whether they might keep like spare parts that are not commonly used anymore on board?
Well, you do know that. Well, you do know that the workshop, which is probably used to be a captain's cabin once upon a time, but the captain didn't seem to spend most of his time up in the flight deck. It's just a grease-stained room, but it's been turned to a workshop. There's all sorts of bits in there, but alas, you are fairly confident that a compression coil is not a spare that you have aboard this ship.
I'm going to check out the pantry, see if anybody's been getting in that.
Certainly. Yep, no problem at all. Let's have a Himini, you've searched the entire ship top to bottom, and you don't find anything. The pantry appears to be fully stocked like you left it, and doesn't appear to be anything consumed from the pantry thus far. Given that you stocked it up a week ago for this trip, and obviously no one's used it yet.
Is there a computer? Is there a computer I can check into and see if anyone's hacked into us? Or
by all means, that'll be up in operations. That will be hacking, I suppose. Computer use hacking.
So Himini's like what? So we're floating. Do we need to contact? Do we need to ask for help?
I didn't see my token.
we
That's why.
we just can't, and we can't use the gravity drive. We can't.
No.
I mean, it flies, and we've got power, but it limits our speed and our.
All right, we're only going slow then. Yeah, the acceleration will take too long for us to get anywhere useful.
Yeah, it'll take about 6. Well, the problem you have is you don't have enough food and water to sort of get anywhere. It'll be 6 plus. Obviously, the delivery sort of foodstuffs that need to be delivered in this week, and basically it'll take you 6+ months without a gravity drive to make the distance.
And have we still got the cargo, haven't we?
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, this is sort of yes, technically, I'm assuming that what you'll be forced to do, unfortunately, is take it back and apologise, citing mechanical failures, and obviously, because of the fact you've saved everyone on the planet's lives, you'll probably get away with it this once, but you'll probably have to get it fixed. Is the ultimate.
Is that something that can be delivered while we're in?
So we've hang on. So
they don't manufacture them anymore, but I specified in my bio that my grandfather was a trader and my father was a scavenger. Can I contact them and see if they know of anywhere we can get one?
Anyone who's got a repair of D8 or higher can make a common knowledge check. Otherwise, the rest of you'd probably have to ask around, which is a bit hard up in space.
Can I make one out of tennis?
No, you can't. Okay, we got it. You know that basically your best bet would be heading to Saxby's Junks pile.
And that's on Banshee, or it's on one?
That's on the outskirts of Temptation.
Okay, then we need to return to Banshee, return the cargo, and let me go and see if
hang on, were we returning the cargo because it got cancelled or because the ship broke?
Both.
We canceled it because we can't deliver it within the contract.
I'm not saying you have to cancel it yet, but basically you can't deliver it in time.
I thought you said that we got a job and it all went pear shaped, but
yes, it did went
pear shaped. Broke.
It went pear shaped because a 6-month delivery means the fruit will be rotten by the time you get it.
Okay, so we need to fix the ship and then get back up there and deliver it like Scotty. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Okay.
And I know where we might have a chance of finding the needed part, so we need to return to Banshee, return to Temptation, and one of you may want to contact the people we contracted with and let them know that we've run into a slight delay, but we're working.
You're the engineer, aren't you, Joel? So you have to talk with a Scottish accent now, okay?
I will contact him.
I'm not the business person who does the contracts. I keep this boat running.
Exactly. So you got to talk with a Scottish accent like Scotty.
Yeah,
so-
okay. To hustle ko sogdala college in Aldanik.
Okay, right. First things first. I've got to give one. I've got to give one for the Scotty joke, but then I've got to give one to Morgana for upping it.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah.
Wait, that wasn't Scottish?
It was brilliant. That was the best Scottish
It was-
accent I've ever heard.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. So, so I'm afraid it is a sort of you limp back down to temptation and you sort of land back down on the landing pad, as it were, and sort of quietly slink away before anyone asks too many questions. Fortunately, you've got the pad for a couple. You've got the pre-use of this pad for a while longer, because you sort of saved the planet. So, but yeah.
Well, we can always live on the ship too. I mean, just because
Exactly.
we can't fly it, don't mean we can't live on it.
Well, yeah, you'd have to park it sort of outside. You'd have to sort of take off and park it somewhere. I mean, unless you want to. Otherwise, there are landing fee, docking charges, and all that if you keep in a spaceport. But yeah, you can live on the ship. Obviously, you want to do it planet side because you don't really want to be spending the entire time in 0G, which you don't. Yeah, without a gravity drive, it's pure 0G. But anyway, as I say,
Linda's staying back at the ship while we go and scavenge.
Yeah. So back, you find yourselves back in temptation. Morgana reckons she has reckons she knows the best place to go to find a compression coil. What do the rest of you want to do, if anything, or do you all want to head along together?
I'll reach out to the customer and update them as to what's going on. See if they want to keep the contract or move it. And then I'll reach out to my contacts to see if they got a lead on a compression coil.
Okay, right. Your contacts will tell you. What basically it takes a little while longer, but of the customers are understandably a bit upset, but they'll they say, well, there's a. I actually know what, I forgot to actually check what the actual delivery
we're working
time is.
on
What is the time frame we've got to deliver this in?
Well, a week. I was just about to check what. I'm just
If
going
it's a week, we can fix the engine in a week and get it done. Yeah.
Well,
As
I'm
long
just
as I can find a
just gonna
compression
check.
coil, I should be good. Because if I can't fix it, it ain't broke.
Would any of my Anouk people know about a compression coil?
No. You got to bear in mind the Anouk people are very much living in line with the land and the world and spaceships and all that and technology. Especially it all came with the humans, if that makes sense. So it's not necessarily.
All this primitive technology came with the humans, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Might be a
so
ship crashed somewhere they spotted.
So I'm just going to work it out. Actually, you might have a bit longer. Trip from Banshee, value 3, and tunnel station value 4 can take anything between 1 plus 1d8 days. Okay. Tunnel station. Oh, I see. So from Banshee to the belt, it's a minimum of 2 days plus 1d12. Okay. Obviously, some clever. Okay, actually, you've got 14 days to deliver. Sorry, you've actually got a bit longer because of the fact, obviously, it's a solar system and everything moves. It's actually a 14-day flight, even with the gravity drive working.
Okay.
So actually,
Somebody needs to plan their orders better.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
I've got a
I'll tell you
card
why.
here that's really useful I could play.
I just made up the date and then I thought, let's use the actual rules because I know they exist. But anyway, that's by the by. So you've got a bit of time. And so what's the card you've got that you reckon could be really useful?
That one.
Oh, well, indeed. Well, actually, yes, indeed. You may find that useful. In the meantime, I do believe I'm still trying to remember players to characters. Jinx has found one of his contacts, and he's got a lead. Basically, what he's told is, well, the only person in this area who probably even have a chance of having the part will be old Saxby. He's notorious for hoarding everything. He claims to be a junker from old Earth, as it were.
Okay, and is that where we're going, or is that somewhere else?
No, I'm afraid that seems to be the same place.
Okay.
Start to make it
That's
easy
where
for
we're
you.
going now, I think, isn't it?
Indeed, yes. So, basically, obviously, you get Jinx gets details, and Morgana already knows the way. But neither of you, no one's actually, no one's actually been there before. It's a fairly modest-looking building. It's a small square cube with sort of a huge backlot where you can see all sorts of interesting spaceships scattered about the place in various states of dismantlement. In fact, as you enter, well, as you all enter, you can see piles of tech scattered all over the place. There does not seem to be any noticeable order in this place. You hear a crash and some swearing, followed by some muttering. Now, I know I left a flax capacitor charging unit here last year. The muttering stops and the noise abates. A squat man pops up from behind the pile of tech, blinks a couple of times, raises the scanner goggles off his eyes, stares at you and smiles. Hello! Welcome to Saxby's junk pile. I'm the owner, Emmett Saxby. How can I be of service today?
Looking for a compression coil.
His smile fades and a concerned look replaces it. Actually, obviously, you didn't say the shit, but obviously. A compression coil for a Clydesdale class, you say? I'm afraid the last one of those I sold to a Captain Alquist about 5 years back. The only option would be, Rufus, yes. He'd be your best bet. He was stripping down a Clydesdale last season. Yep, he'd be your best bet. Thing is, he ain't local, as he's got a job as a tack at the old Chorus Research Facility out south of Red River Valley, about 400 miles northwest of here.
Well, we can't accomplish much unless we find one, so if he's the only person you think might have one.
Well, indeed, yes. He's probably your best bet. 400 miles. That's going to take you some time, especially with that weather.
Can we not fly in the ship there?
Well, that's the thing. The weather report says since that Nemesis shower, the weather systems are all mucked up. They reckon that basically there's going to be high winds over Temptation for the next week or so. Nothing in or nothing out. Evil GM mode.
Okay, so we need horses.
All sorts. Yeah, I say Rufus. I'm afraid yeah. But 6 months earlier, and he'd still been back in town, but I haven't seen him for ages. He's out of that plant research site. Haven't heard
Is
from
there any
him.
way to reach him there so we can make sure
I'm
he
assuming
has it before we
I'm assuming there's no other options either.
Well, as I say, the last one I haven't seen a Clydesdale class compression coil for 5 years since Captain Alquist. He bought the last one.
That's the one we're replacing, isn't it? That's our he's the guy who gave us the ship. Yeah.
He'd spent a fair bit of time trying to find one. That's why, as I say, they're big old military boats. Most of them sort of didn't survive the battles or been stripped down years ago. Yeah, Rufus, as I say, Rufus is your best bet. He was quite excited. He'd found a Clydesdale out there, so
Is it
might be able to
possible to make one from scratch?
Yeah. I mean, Morgana, you probably, with the right plans and parts, which you can probably get hold of somewhere along the line, you could make one, but probably be a good couple of months of getting the right tooling together to make it. Yeah.
Right. Well, that may be something we want to consider.
Yeah,
It probably
like
is longer term, but yeah.
That I might want to start accumulating that stuff. So because if he's pulling it off of an older ship, then it's got a limited lifespan left on it anyway. So
it's one of those things. It's one of those things that if you could, yeah. I mean, if you obviously Morgana, you're being a very good mechanic. You're fairly confident you can keep it running. It's just when it breaks, it breaks. If that makes sense. In fact, ironically, you can apart from the actual compression coil itself, the whole rest of the unit is still full of lots of good parts. So you've still got the rest of it to keep the replacement going. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. So, I guess we're gonna have to get a hold of this guy, Rufus.
Well,
Is there a
indeed.
way to reach him, but short of going out there in person, or are we gonna have?
Well,
to
that's the thing. I'm afraid. I get the impression it's sort of one of those sort of they like to keep quiet sites. And Rufus. I mean, the last time I saw Rufus was back when he just said he'd come across this Clydale wreck out there, and it looked almost intact, apart from the bullet holes in the cockpit. But he really didn't say much. He wouldn't tell me much about the place. I really think he doesn't really know. But all he said was the main building was always full of plants. As I say, they're doing some sort of research. I think they're just trying to cultivate plants to grow better on Banshee. But it's all secret. If you know how those corporations can be when there's money involved. And he's not.
Doctor who was involved in experiments. Do I know anything about? Have I heard any rumors or anything about some kind of experimentation going on?
By a common knowledge roll.
Do you know how close to the Dartmouth Crossing this research station might be?
Well, hang on a second. That's a very good question. Where is my map of Banshee? Oh, an 8. I'll come back to that. From your perspective, the location that's given to you is there.
It's away from the river, right?
Yeah, it's literally sort of across the Great
What's the place called? Rufus.
It's called the Chorus Research Facility.
Visit the.
Yeah.
Rufus
In fact,
is the
actually,
guy
you can work it out because if you actually drag a pointer out, you should get 400. Yeah, look, 400 miles. I've even made the map have the right scale. I have to put that in the next update.
Except that we're not in Crosstown.
Yeah, that's probably why it didn't work. That's probably why it didn't work when I did it. There you go, 400 miles. Okay. Well, yes, indeed. Chorus Research Facility. Yes, they with a roll of 8, and even with you clueless as well. Yeah, you gather there was, but Chorus is probably named after Thaddeus Chorus, a sort of entrepreneur and scientist who was basically really keen to create hardy plants that could thrive on Banshee and provide Earth-style crops. He was basically collecting different plants and occasionally sending expeditions over to cover plants there. He's also sent more than one fated expedition into the toxic jungle. Those have about a 50% success rate.
Relay that to everybody.
He's, as I say, yeah, basically. He tends to like going on. He tends to go on most of the expeditions. He doesn't seem to go to the ones on toxic jungle though. So.
Is he known for any eccentricities or other weirdsies?
He basically, I suppose he probably has sort of green activist views on things, and obviously that the Earth was destroyed by pollution and plants didn't stand a chance and all that. Then that's probably that's why he came to Banshee, because obviously it was a whole chance to find a planet undamaged by humanity.
So he's like that. Oh gosh, what was the wealthy individual in the Doctor Who serial, The Seeds of Doom?
Ooh, that's quite freaky. I've forgotten about that. Yeah, I hope to watch that.
Triffids. Right. So how are we going to get there?
Ah, well, that's the
Can I
next
get
question, isn't it?
ATVs? Is there like a hovercraft we can,
You could. I'm sure you. Yes, you most certainly could rent some vehicles or buy some outright, depending on how adventurous you're feeling.
How much money have we got? That's the question, isn't it?
Probably just want to get a mule.
I was thinking a mule would probably do you. Yeah. Hold 6 people. Costs 45,000 credits. Well, news comparative these days because nothing's really new anymore. But you can, you can rent one for a week for 5,000.
Mule? Where's a mule? All right, that mule.
MULWVV.
It's 45,000. Right, okay. We can't afford that, but we could. Yeah, okay. Let's get a mule, isn't it? How much it costs for renting it?
$5,000 for 1 week.
God, that's expensive.
And how
Can
much
someone haggle him? Who's going to haggle him? That's just too much.
Oh, it's like we don't need it for a week. We only need it for. We should only need it for a couple of days.
We got somebody who's got to have better.
Hang on, you shouldn't have a Joker bonus.
Lol.
Clear combat cards. Yeah, 7. It goes. Oh, 2,500 for 2 days with a 500 credits a day on top. And if it comes out to the full 7, yeah, it's 7-day week still, isn't it? So yeah.
2.5 for 3.
Yeah,
For 3 days.
so, yep, 2.5 for 3 days. That's fine by him. 600 per day after that, though.
I was going to look at him with one of my stares.
Somebody's rolling something.
Holy cow.
Okay. Look, my final offer: 2,500 for 3 days and 400 credits for if you return it each day after those 3 days. And I'll waive the deposit.
Yeah, good. I'll give him a little smile.
Shake his hand.
He doesn't know what an Anouk smile looks like, so he doesn't know if I'm smiling
So
or
2,500 a
breaking
day.
wind.
How much to each one of us? Because we got paid on that last job. We should all have about the same amount of credits.
Well, actually,
Like 1,900.
that's the thing. I was just looking at that. It's like I can see how much people have got, and Roger Holmes has 2,000 credits less than everyone else, and so does Jigs. Did you guys not pay yourselves last week?
Probably not. How much?
I can't remember.
There's a note. There is a note for it.
There was a
payment-
note, wasn't there? Yeah, payment.
Linda, Roger, Deckard, and Morgana was 2,500.
Yeah.
Doc Jinx and him and he was 2,000.
Yeah, you got 2,000 credits, Jigs. Sorry. And I don't think Roger paid himself either. Looking at that.
Roger should get 2,500. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'll kick in 600 credits. You guys sort out the balance yourselves.
Right, we got 600 paid in.
Yeah, I'll put in 400.
That's 1,000. It's 1,500 to go.
I'll put in 500.
Okay, that's okay. Just what that's 1,000 to go. So that's 1,500 paid up. 2,000. I think we've lost Bert. He's gone very quiet.
Bert. It's because of the money. He's just vanished now.
Indeed. I'll tell you what.
We've all got a friend like that, don't we?
When the check comes.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to, because he's not here to know that he was supposed to get. He didn't pay himself, and he doesn't know how much he was meant to get. Bert pays the last 500. So you are the proud owners of rental owners, I should say, of a mule, which I shall add in.
With the proud renters.
Exactly. Okay.
You know, it just occurred to me, apropos of nothing. I'm going to interrupt here for a moment. We were talking about friends who just disappear when it comes time to be paid. And my lady friends, it used to be, I'm going to take a trip to the powder room. And it hit me That's probably where the expression "take a powder" comes from.
Yeah, it's where the line of cocaine comes from. Yeah, go to the powder room and powder your nose.
Well, take a powder, I don't know. Maybe that's older slang than any of you remember, but it's another way of saying they disappeared.
Ah,
Ah.
probably is actually. Okay. Watch. What's the description of a mule? The description of mule is. I do think there was a picture of one somewhere, so that's okay. Oh, like cargo hauler, so that's what looks. So basically like a space pickup truck, isn't it?
Who's driving?
Yeah,
Well, I can
will.
drive. I mean, I'm not the world's great. Oh no, actually, I can drive.
Your mule. Okay. So, as I say, you hire the mule, and yep, and land travel's the only option as that unusually high wind and storms coming in, and it's going to be quite bad. So, oh, there you go. You shall read about taking a powder.
Because there's nothing like introducing irrelevancies into a game, right?
Well, indeed. So, if you drive that thing flat out, you'll get there in 6 hours. Obviously, you won't be able to just drive it flat out because there's no roads and stuff, so it'll be off road for most of that. So we'll call it an 8-hour drive, all told. Okay, right. Well, you're about.
Are you going to need actual driving checks? Or
No, not at all. We'll be fine. Unless you only need it if something happens. So, as I say, you head on out, and it's a relatively uneventful first 4 or 5 hours of it. I'm gonna have to give Dick one for that. I like that. And can I have notice checks, please? Morgana and Deckard are being observant. The rest of you are obviously napping quietly in the back.
Well, if Morgana's driving, she kind of has to be observant, or we're going to drive into a tree or something.
Indeed. The doc's obviously noticing as well, though. I didn't think
Could not be that good at noticing things, but anyway.
Probably doesn't trust Morgana's driving.
Probably. Wow, I didn't know Clueless applied to notice as well. That's quite okay. From atop a low rise, you spot a group of about half dozen mauve-skinned humanoids watching you. They're about 500 yards from the road atop the hill, and appear to be riding large four-legged lizards. They don't seem to care that you've. They just seem to be watching you as you're driving along the road.
Well, unless they seem to be wanting to interfere with us, we got a long way to go and a short time to get there, so we're gonna keep going.
Himini can make a common knowledge roll if he wants to. If someone points out to him what you've seen, obviously. If not, he hasn't seen him. So.
Yeah, I'll point them out, and then I'll kind of slink into the background and just get to a place where they can't observe me personally.
Did anyone other than Hibity take Veteran of the Way Out West? I can't remember.
You talking about
the Edge?
Veteran of the Way Out?
Yeah.
Is that the one that makes you seasoned?
It is.
Yeah, I took that. Yep.
I thought didn't the girl take the doc take it?
Yes.
Who's not here? Not the doc. Who's the one that
she's back on the boat? So.
Yeah. So.
I guess it doesn't matter. She doesn't like being on the planet. She's probably looking for a way off planet.
Indeed. Because anyway, all I was going to say is Hibity and anyone who's got Veteran of the Way Out West also is entitled to a common knowledge roll, is what I was trying to say.
Oh shit! So my
I
good
rolled a
one,
4.
I wasted a good one.
Yeah. Okay, Himony, you're the unfortunately obviously because the idea is that being a veteran of the way out west means you've been on this, you've been out and about and you've experienced stuff before, so you pick up things. But Himony, once as you're driving along, once it's pointed out, you stare at the Anouk riding the Baruka upon the hill, and you determine, because of your common knowledge roll there, that they're members of the Quillock tribe, known not to be too friendly to humans.
Well, I live on the philosophy we don't mess with them, they might not mess with us.
Indeed. Okay, as I say, the area it's been relatively. I mean, you're sort of basically still you've been driving through the Fertile Crescent, which obviously is sort of cultivated area. You know, is greener because of the Red River and the tributaries of that. But for a while now, you've been driving out through the Great Wastes, and it's been much drier. But up ahead, again, the road ahead is overgrown with plants, and the growth is so thick that it would appear to impede your travel. Unfortunately, it would happen to be sort of after an hour or so driving down a valley road to get to this point. As you look at it, you realise you could walk through on the low growth and probably deal with the hanging vines, but you're going to have to clear the plant life to get the vehicles through.
Oh, that was what I was trying to roll for, to see if they
That's
noticed a
absolutely
way
fine.
to get through that
Yes.
shit.
The thing is, the thing about it is, it's a bit odd, really, because it's only been a few weeks since the last vehicles should come through. It's not a heavily used road, but people, this facility needs supplies and stuff. You would expect the road to be kept clear.
So did that notice roll tell me that there might be something fishy with this overgrowth?
Well, it either means, what I would say is, it's either something's fishy. Well, it's either surprising that the road is so overgrown, or maybe no one's come out this way for a while.
But we think maybe someone has. I reckon we got to get out and clear it.
I think it's a trap.
Before you do, remember that the place we're headed to was known for plant experimentations, and
I don't think we've travelled anywhere near 400 miles yet, have we?
You're about an hour away.
Oh, we have travelled pretty. Okay,
and if you've ever been around a farm,
you've done about 350 miles.
That does crop experimentation. They farm those things out like it. We have them all over my state, and they're from universities hundreds of miles away. It's where they can find suitable growing conditions that they want to test.
Yeah, and then there's blackberries and kudzu. Those things will grow like crazy, stupid fast.
Anywhere.
Maybe it's a trap. I'm going to get out and go and have a look at these plants.
I am definitely staying in the driver's seat.
I'm going to get out.
I'm driving.
Can I do a DNA analysis?
So I'm driving, and I'm not moving.
Oh, well, get out of the driver's seat. I'm going to drive.
No, I'm driving.
Right, so what was you saying about getting out?
The doctor's going to
get out of the driver's seat because he was sleeping, so I was driving. You can fly, I can drive.
Himony's getting out.
The doctor's going to get out too, and he's going to take his equipment for analysis. So I'm going to check it out and see if this is something that might have been experimented on.
Hey, well, I've lost the vehicle. Not that I need it, but obviously when I must admit, the old days, I used to make jokes about having to add stuff to the combat tracker, but these days you've got to put things on the bloody combat tracker to add them to the bloody maps, or to actually have dice rolls working or anything like that.
Yep.
Let's put the mule. Let's put the mule there, and there's right. So let's put the mule there.
Which makes it awesome when you click on someone's move to verify it, and then the token disappears.
Yes, yeah, it's an interesting bug, that, isn't it? Why
Are the
is
blood
that?
spatters working yet or no?
No, there's none of that's fixed yet. No. The kill's been away. There's no updates.
So, other than the Doc and Himini, everyone else is staying inside the vehicle. Is that correct?
Well, Morgana's not going and chopping stuff. She patches stuff. She doesn't chop it.
Oh, Linda Carmichael isn't actually here. Let's remove Linda from the combat tracker. So, okay, so just for the sake of me keeping track of stuff, Jinx, Roger.
So Deckard's going to
Morgana.
walk with those guys.
Deckard is going to walk up with those guys. That's absolutely fine. As I say, this is just in case I feel the need.
To what?
Wait.
Drop a Sarlacc right there in a Sarlacc pit right there for us?
Indeed. There we go. Don't think there's enough vines, to be honest, but anyway.
They look like they've been drawn on recently by a plant grower.
I have no idea what you mean.
I'm going to walk up to them and start cutting them down with my chicuttle.
Okay, it's
Roll
quite
initiative.
Okay. Ooh, damn it.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna just start my analysis on a place where he's not.
Yep, that's absolutely fine. So can I have a science? I'll have a science roll from you and a vigor roll from Himini. And Deckard, where you... Deckard's climbing on the top of the truck.
Yeah, I'm going to take a bird's eye view here.
Okay, right. So
I'm beginning to realize I don't know much about plants, plant biology.
if that's not... I got... Yeah, probably got to be on the layer, don't I, to actually delete something? No? I was hoping I could be really clever and erase the plant layer, but it's not working.
Did you draw it on with the
paint tool? Yeah, there we go.
on its own separate layer? You can erase it. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that cool? You've cleared the first set of. Doc, I'm afraid you fell miserably you fell miserably on your scan. Bloody hell!
I was just inching because I'm gonna stay up with them. We're not gonna sit here as they clear vines. I'm gonna keep the vehicle.
Yeah, that's okay. It was just because obviously I made the token so big, it scared the crap out of me. Can I have notice checks from Himini, please, and the Doc, and Deckard? Himini, okay, absolutely fine.
Deep into his machines.
Roger's going to lean out the window so he can kind of have an eye on what's going on out there.
Good rolls, lucky rolls.
Himini moves up to clear up the next one. Okay, Deckard's just looking around. Doc, your scan suddenly starts beeping. As you look up, you suddenly notice tendrils inching along the ground towards Himini.
I do the Donald Sutherland thing from Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and I go, tendrils! Yeah. Mouth wide open. I'm pointing.
You start screaming in a high-pitched voice, or are you going to try and save me?
What is it?
That was a really long pause. You know that?
I didn't realize that was an option right now. So I'm just giving you a heads up.
Okay, so what happens?
We're going to get to it.
You shout tendrils, and then basically Himini, you see these two tentacles coming across the vines coming across the ground towards you. You avoid the first one, but the second one gets hold of you, grappling you, I'm afraid, which means you are entangled. And then basically another two of these tentacles, well, vines, I should say, vine-like tentacles. Or tentacle-like vines. Tentacle-like vines. One of them smacks into you, doing no damage, but basically you are now being dragged towards a very unpleasant-looking plant that seems to be opening up doesn't have teeth or anything, but it's literally sort of opening up, and you can see bones and other things in the fluid in the bottom of it.
It's one of these. I eat these a lot. These plants.
Himini.
I can hit this. Is it a vine on me? I'm just going to target the vine and chop it.
You unfortunately are out of range. It has reach. You do, unless you've got to reach one weapon, you can't hit it from here. Only be the spy trap, right? Batman. Oh, Raven Rigger gets Raven Rigger gets
vine that's got a hold of him.
Yeah, I think the vine's
he can attack the he can attack the vine that's got a hold of him. Yes, he can. Sorry.
What is the range of a chupacabra? Range? Yeah, it's only got a range of 9. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to attack the vine with the weapon I already had out. So what am I going to target? Just the plant?
Just target the plant. You hit with a raise. Roll for damage. Toughness 10. I'm afraid you hit the plant. You hit the tentacle, but it is not enough to sever it, leaving you entangled.
Unless I do a Benny roll. Okay, let's try a Benny. Oh, that was terrible. Right, okay, that'll do.
Mr. Deckard, I won't press F11 anymore. I won't do it again, Mr.
All right, so Deckard is going to raise his hand up and fire some of these nanobots at him in a greenish cloud bolt here.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay, you hit. Alas, nothing appears to happen. I mean, obviously your bolts hit it, your nanites hit it, but obviously they're not too good at dealing with plant matter. Oh my God, he's spending an awful lot of bennies there.
trying to help my friend. That fucking sucks. Okay, so
I got told off for ending turn, so I'm not going to do it now. James the Doc Harding.
So I'm gonna pull out my pump action shotgun
that should do it.
and move over to there. So him and he's not in the spray.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna unload on him.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, you target him for me. Okay.
Sorry, force a habit.
No worries.
You basically fire the shotgun at short range. Yes, you did add the +2 in. Good. Roll for damage. I think it's programmed into the shotguns these days. I think I programmed it in.
Which one am I targeting?
Just roll the damage. It's already.
You already targeted. So once it's targeted, you just roll the damage and it'll do it.
You don't need to. Don't worry. You don't need to drop the dice on it. You'll be okay.
Why did it not do that? Oh, it picked up the whole damn shotgun.
Yeah, you don't have to drag. Once it's targeted, you don't need to drop the dice.
I think he.
Targeted, you don't need to drop the dice.
I think he just used up your shotgun.
Yep, on now. Crap.
He literally threw the shotgun at the plant.
Can you reverse that?
No, I'm gonna have
Hit
to
it
find
with rays.
What was it? It was a pump.
Pump action, yeah.
Pump or semi-automatic shotgun. There we go. You should have one.
I think it's linked in chat.
It doesn't actually have a shortcut for it. That's the irony for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, you should have a shotgun again now. Oh, this looks like it might be a very big bang, rather. Yeah, I think you got that. Yeah.
Just a little bit, yeah. That plant is now splattered, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you wasted. We could have eaten that.
Oh, it's in good condition for eating now.
Pulp.
Yep.
Okay.
Make a nice base for a roux.
What do the mule and the inhabitants wish to do?
Good shooting, guys. Let's go.
There's another one.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and lean out the window and shoot at the other one with my pistol.
Go for it. I'll target it. There we go. It should do the range okay for you because you're inside the vehicle. Oh dear.
You forgot to open the window.
I'm gonna have
Did you get the damage clause on this?
Sorry.
Did you get the damage clause on this?
Right. No, you didn't. You're gonna have to pay extra for that. Okay. Basically, yeah. I think I do like your suggestion, Himini, and you basically as you lean out the window, see what's going on. As you go back inside, you don't notice that your elbow catches the window close, and then as you literally bring the gun up and fire, the whole window, the whole perspex plastic, glassy. Plastic glass, whatever it's called, shatters outwards. Obviously, it's all safety glass, but basically, yeah. But obviously, the glass is just enough to deflect the angle from the bullet. Jinx and Morgana, who are basically slightly deafened by a gunshot going off inside the vehicle. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna glare at him and going, I was thinking more. What kind of power source do these vehicles run on?
Ghost rock, probably.
Lovely.
Ghost juice, isn't it? Actually, what they call it.
So
Yeah.
is there a way to extract enough of it to turn this
Spook
into
juice.
a weapon? I mean, is it like, if it's juice, is it used like gasoline in our vehicles, or?
Yeah, it probably is. They call it spook juice. It's basically it's some chemical treatment they use, and all vehicles have sound suppressors on them, so the cars aren't screaming as they drive down the road.
That's why it's called spook juice, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ghost Rock's
Run on
called
ghost
Ghost
power.
Ghost Rock's called Ghost Rock because it gets the name because when it burns, people thought at one point, it obviously back in the 19th century, thought it was the souls of the damned screaming as they were burned. Obviously, that's absolute tosh, but that's what people believed back then.
Well,
and the name stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course they did.
Of course, it's absolute tosh, and I wouldn't really worry about it at all if you know any better.
Well, I had actually, I would have known, but I would have addressed the question is there any way to extract the.
Yeah, no. So, while most industrial nations relied on gasoline for fuel, but when the 1973 oil crisis rolled around, the United States decided to rely more heavily on domestic fuel sources. So basically, they turned to Ghost Rock. So, few grains managed to invent a process through Ghost Rock could be melted without catching fire. Figured out how to sell the good parts out of the fuel. You then you need converters for the vehicles to run on spook juice. Noise pollution was a problem. Mufflers, that was the word I couldn't remember earlier. It's actually a muffler you have to have on your car to hop it making a noise. If you're stupid, you can drink spook juice. I think it's fairly explosive. I think for all intents and purposes you can treat it like gasoline. But yeah, I mean, there's scary people that used to drink it to get their power points.
We want to go back in this car, don't we? It's cost us money.
Well, given it's Ghost Rock, based, we probably wouldn't need to extract, but maybe a couple of spoonsful. There's only like a couple of them here, and then there's dealing with the rest of the
Yeah,
vines.
D4 racing's amazing. Isn't it? They had fun.
Part of my ghost rock doubly gets them out of the way.
You can cobble something together if you want.
Yeah, that's what
assuming
I
you've got
spend
something.
this round doing is figuring out how to, because I'm, I've got a pistol. Shooting at these things to me is like, I don't like shooting anyway.
Although technically speaking, I suspect that really
would require Mr. Fix It, and I've got the.
no, Mr.
one
Fix It
that's
means you can
resistant.
fix things faster. I'm thinking
Or no,
of
the MacGyver. I'm sorry.
yeah. I'm just making improvise common resources. Think about prayer pole to create improvised weapons, explosives, everything else. So I'm going to say I'm going to say because if you spend a penny, I'll let you have the MacGyver edge for this encounter.
And a MacGruber edge if you whiff.
So yeah, obviously, what you might want to consider the MacGyver edge as your next advance for that, if for improvisation purposes. Okay, so you
What's
make
Jinx
a repair. You make a repair roll to craft an improvised weapon, explosive, or tool. Okay, so a success means you create a minor explosive, a 2d4 explosive in a small blast template, a one-shot projectile weapon, or a rickety rafter. A raise means you've created a larger explosive, 2d6 in a medium blast template, or 2d4 in a large. So there you go. So basically, you've created a spook juice cocktail, which basically will cause 2d6 damage in a medium burst template.
So then that's what I would spend this entire round doing.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So that just leaves Jinx. It's gone very quiet. He's probably still in shock from the cover.
Grancy, because he said he's stepping away for a second.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I didn't hear. That's absolutely fine. He's obviously recovering from the fact the gun went off. Okay. The monumental move. There you go. And I'm afraid it can't do much else. It's a plant. It can't move very fast, and Himidy's just out of range of it. New round. Doc.
Right. Do I see the other one?
Well, you did see something moving in the undergrowth, yeah.
I'm not that big. Yeah.
The distance there. Can I make it?
You certainly can.
All right. Since that seemed to work so well earlier. At least in game, it worked well.
And that was against a 4, so that's a hit with a raise.
Did I not?
Actually, no. Sorry.
He did target, yeah.
Sorry, I take it back. No, it's a hit, but no raise because you're within its reach. So basically, it's already flailing the tentacles, which are enough to slightly put off your shot. Oh, I just saw what. That made me smile. Okay, so you hit it, but obviously you're trying to get a good shot, but you just when you start aiming up, you suddenly see the tentacles coming towards you, and you have to take a step back, which obviously just enough to cost you the raise, because I'm evil. Don't think it's going to make much difference on that roll. 19 points of damage is 2 wounds. I'm going to try soaking it this time. Oh, that was slid off a 12 at the last second. I'm very annoyed. I'm going to have to spend another penny.
That's the best way for it to happen.
Okay, no. So even after I'm afraid it died. There was that shotgun. That shotgun's just too damn effective. But you can keep note You can, Morgana, you can keep note. You've created an explosive. It doesn't mysteriously vanish, so
Yeah,
you do.
I'm gonna add it under my attacks as a temporary.
Yeah, it'll have if it's got it'll got have a range of sort of call it 4, 8, 16.
It's a time honored tradition.
And it would be a thrown weapon.
It would be a thrown weapon, yeah. But you
Time
could also.
What was the range again?
4, 8, 16 if you want to throw it. It's a time honored tradition. I'll let you finish this time.
I would say if you can't shoot, carry a shotgun.
Indeed, that +2 to hit does make a difference. Well, yeah. So everything seems to have quietened down. Himini.
Carry on chopping these vines down. Yeah. Are these ones in front of me okay, or are they causing problems as well?
I appear to be okay.
So I'm going to chop them all down, including the big ones. To make another vigor roll.
Yeah, it is hard work. It's only a point of fatigue. I wouldn't worry too much. Minor cuts and bruises because it's, you know what I mean, they're nasty and sharp.
It's better. Good.
Okay.
Fatigue. Don't want that. It's -1.
Yeah, it's only minor cuts and bruises. I wouldn't worry too much.
Not anymore. It's not.
There we go. Basically, after a fair little bit of time, Himini has cleared the whole area and doesn't appear to be anything else trying to eat him.
So I'll go and stand up here, wait for them to drive through, and then jump in, and off we go.
No problem at all.
Be out the way before I get run over.
The truck's obviously a bit out to scale, but I won't worry too much about that. Okay, let's ungroup everyone out the truck. There we go. And yeah, you basically all get back in the truck, which suddenly vanished off the. Oh look, the truck! Look at that! Take everyone out the truck, and the truck shrunk.
You took everyone out of the truck, and we also disappeared off the map altogether.
That's because you weren't technically ever on it, but I won't worry too much. Someone hit it with a pim particle. Okay, well, that seemed quite eventful, didn't it? Right.
We've got to do the last 50, haven't we?
I did like the Pym particle reference. That was good.
I did like the fact in Hawkeye when he hit. He had a Pym arrow, which I thought was a nice touch.
Yep, that was a good one.
It was. Although I don't want to think about the fate of the guys when the owl took. What happens to the guys in the truck when the owl takes them away? That doesn't worth thinking about. Okay, you carry on. You carry on down the road, and you're getting closer now. I say that was quite a verdant area there, and you can see there does appear to be more areas dotted about the place, as was stated, are probably sort of where plants are being grown. They do seem to be fairly regular in their appearance, and as you're as you're driving down the road, Morgana, you notice that about 200 feet ahead there appears to be another road blockage.
Oh, this is going to be a regular thing. What is this one?
5 Anouks mounted on Baroka are standing astride the road about 200 feet ahead. One of them is distinctly bigger and uglier than the others. All 5 have bows in hand with arrows knocked, but they're not actually aiming at you and drawing yet. One of them scowls viciously and begins to raise its bow, but snarl from the big one stops it. For a moment, that one seems to be holding them in check, waiting to see what you will do.
I poke my head out of the vehicle to him, the window on my side, and I call out just a neutral Anouk greeting to him. And I kick Himini.
Yeah, I was going to say, Roger looks over at Himini. I think this is your call right here.
I mean, I'll step out of the van, yeah. and give them greetings.
The big as you give your greeting, the big Anouk responds, and that's completely what most people get.
Ah, yes, the Anouk alphabet.
Oh yeah, but I understand what he's saying.
So basically, he said, "You're not welcome here. Turn back and leave with your breath." I'm going to say we need to get down to find some. We need to go into this compound just ahead to scavenge some useful stuff for us. Why can't? What's the problem? What's wrong? Why can't we pass? Okay, well, what kind of death is it? Plant death?
Are you having like a one-way conversation, or am I missing something?
You can't speak Anouk, so I'm having a conversation with you, Anouk.
Uh-huh.
I'm deliberately being cruel and literally having. I'm putting you how it is.
And while I don't speak Anouk well enough to want to engage with these Anouk. If we have somebody who, as a native to the tongue, can handle it. But while he's talking to the Anouk, I will turn around and translate to the best of them that he's telling Himini that death lurks beyond them, that humans brought it. Think they're trying to stop us from getting ourselves killed?
So yeah, is it plants? I'm asking if it's
Yeah,
plants.
no,
And if it is,
I'm just trying to. Oh, there it is. I'm just trying to find.
trying to find a Anouk human dictionary. I know.
Get all these complicated details out of the way early on so that later on when we
Ah,
Can I at this point the mention of what happened there, Himini, I'm afraid, brings you back to the incident.
yes.
The
I don't
one you
like that
didn't want to
incident.
share.
I will say. I will tell him I've fought these. I've fought these before. On my own. So with a team, we might be able to take them down. If you let us pass, we might be able to fix this problem. If we fail, yeah, but we won't fail.
Or if we do, it won't be our problem anymore. Wait, he's speaking in Anouk too, right?
Yes, but obviously I'm allowing him to speak in English so you guys understand half the conversation, if that makes sense.
So right, so I say, so I'll walk ahead and I'll gesture to Morgana to keep driving, and we'll just walk through, and then
the Anouk do part as you go by.
well, and I understood what was being said, so I keep driving.
so we'll drive through, and then we'll carry on down, and then we're going to get, I suppose, to a safe distance, and then recon, isn't it?
Indeed.
Thanks, Crover.
So
yes, I'll tell them that basically they said that humans have unleashed a quill click, and bread, and it's bread, and they've all been dead. They've all been murdered or turned into food, and these things are dangerous. And I said, if we can clear the problem up, then
What's it called?
a quill click.
Doc can make a common knowledge roll, being a veteran of the way out west.
Not a science roll?
No, common knowledge.
Oh, once again, I defy my clueless.
Well, humans, basically being a veteran of the way out west means you do have some, a kill click. Basically,
It kills you quick.
It kills you quick. Basically, kill quick. Humans have a different name for them. They simply just call them teeth.
Lovely.
And I show him the wound on my arm, the
Yeah.
scar from when I had a fight with one.
If we weren't mentioning any sort of specific sci-fi horror movies, then if you think Critters, you're not going too far wrong.
Okay. Not Little Shop of Horrors. I guess.
No, these are in actual fact, the thing is, I suppose from your perspective, if you remember the lovely Tribbles and how cute and furry they are, they look like that, and then you realise they are
open
just
their mouth.
And then they open their mouth, and you realise they're all
Okay,
mouth.
I see. Yeah. Okay. That's the Critters reference. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you finally arrive at the research facility. I shall place you accordingly. Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Oh, snap to grid's turned on. That's why. It is eerily quiet when you get there. And unfortunately, you have to exit the vehicle, as it would appear the barrier gate system appears to have basically been heavily damaged, and you're not entirely sure how. But you have to exit the vehicle and enter the area. It's
Lovely. I like
eerily
the
quiet.
effects.
This doesn't look ominous.
Can I have notice checks, please? Feed me, Seymour. Oh, Roger and the doc are obviously clueless. Jinx! Jinx and Hibity are basically, as you the first thing you see is basically this vehicle here. It would appear that you can see the body you can see the body that Jinx is Hibity's approaching, stripped to the bone in a pool of blood. Inside the vehicle, it looks like someone literally sort of burst inside the vehicle, but all the windows appear to all the windows are smashed, and literally the whole vehicle is sort of covered in remains.
Lovely. Have that on
What's the
toast.
soil composed of?
Sorry?
What's the soil composed of? It's really important right now. No, I'm just joking.
It's just regular regolith, I suspect. Banshee regolith.
Hmm.
Is this container covered in blood, splat, and gore as well, is it? Or is it...
Yes, yeah, very much so.
Lovely. So, what looks like the main building here? Yeah.
Basically, so as far as you can tell, this building here appears to be sort of self-contained and sort of automated. This one here, likewise appears to be self-contained and automated. The main this large building that Deckard's walking towards appears to have a loading bay area upon it. There appears to be additional buildings east of your current location. And Deckard vanished. That's not annoying, that bug, is it?
It's great when you're trying to add tokens one by one to the map on a tight spot instead of dropping them, and every time you add one, another one gets deleted.
Yeah. It was interesting. It was as he entered the sort of
Danger
line,
zone.
the line of sight area. You know what I mean? That blocked it.
I'm going to listen at this door and see if I can hear anything.
Oh, I like everything. It seems to be incredibly eerily quiet. The security locks seem to be activated, and the outer blast door seems to be down as well. Yeah, definitely seems to be moving inside a line of sight area is what breaks it.
Roger is going to whip out his M21 and keep it on single shot for now.
Okay.
Didn't think how you were. That was going to be how you finished the sentence.
For that reason alone, I'm going to turn off movement restrictions just in case. So to hopefully stop you disappearing when I have to accept moves, but obviously I can oppose locking at any time.
Is this like a security panel here that Deckard might be able to hack into and get us in?
It does appear to be a security panel, yes. Unfortunately, it appears to be in security lockdown mode, and you are not getting in without a security pass.
Well, hence the hacking.
You can certainly give it a try.
Has this got a door, this building I'm at?
No, again, that appears to be another automated, self-contained unit. I'm afraid. Well, that was a notice check.
Follow Roger.
Sorry, yeah. I'm assuming given that it's the same. I'm afraid you're basically, from your opinion there is you probably won't be able to get into. You're not getting into that system.
That was a notice roll. My bad.
Doesn't matter. It's the same die. It's the same. It's the same. But
I noticed that I don't know how to hack.
You notice that that you reckon there isn't an easy way to bypass this with the security lockdowns in place. The only way would be to get a level 5 or higher clearance card.
We found another door.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at this loading dock and see if maybe there's a hole in the door or anything interesting like that.
Alas, again, it seems to be the same as the other side.
You said there is a body. What's left of the body?
Not a lot. These things appear to have eaten everything, except everything except basically there's just the odd bones here or there, and sort of the what's left of them. Oh yeah, hang on. There. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. That's fine. You get inside. Himiny has basically Himiny. When you walk up to that door, it opens. Once you get inside, you're inside an area. Red emergency lights are on.
I'm going to listen at this door.
Whoa.
Whoa. It is. You do not hear anything.
Have we got some kind of comm system? I suppose we haven't we?
I'm assuming you do. Yes.
Red lights.
Green light.
No, red lights. Silly.
Can I have notice check from you, Deckard, please?
Sure.
That body just to east of you, you notice lying in the dust near it what appears to be a security pass.
Oh, well, I'll take that and go back to the door.
The security pass identifies itself as a level 3 pass.
Level 3 pass. Okay. Does that work? Hey, Himiny, do we need level 3?
The door over the other side, you needed level 5, but
I don't know what this door is. I haven't tried to open this door yet.
the door in
locked.
front of you appears to be locked. To the right of it is a small slot.
So it was level 1 at the top,
Yeah, I'm going to grunt at Deckard.
level 5 at the top.
The higher the number is usually the higher level security. Ooh, I don't wish to worry you but someone's watching the stream says, are they really red lights or are they white lights covered with blood? I like the evil idea there. Okay.
Yeah, Doc is like, oh, wait up, everyone.
Yeah, I'll bring. I'm just going to manually bring the dock up for speed because then I'm locking tokens if you're going to open. So.
Oh, no, I deliberately wanted him to be behind. He was.
Okay, that's
around.
That's fine. Absolutely fine. Okay, so Deckard, you're holding a level 3 security card, and you have a locked door in front of you.
All right, so Deckard will put that thing in there.
Okay. Access granted. You hear the sound of the security locks clearing, and the door opens.
And Deckard's moving to the side of the door. I don't need to stand in front.
Beep, boop.
Beepy boopy.
I'm going to move there.
Okay.
Looks like him and he wants to
dance.
be in front.
That's my job. Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. So as you can see, the red emergency lights still seem to be on, and the whole area seems to be covered in plants and small mushroom-like growths as well.
Plants or living plants?
Oh, very much alive. Although they don't seem to be thriving too well in the red light. So they look a little. They don't look healthy. Let's put it like that.
I think we need to shut that outer door then, don't we? I'm going to gesture for Morgana and Jinx to get in here, and then we can shut the door behind us.
The dock outside with the teeth.
So what would happen if I cast haywire on this electronic stuff here?
Anything it tries to do would be at a penalty.
Anything it tries to do, right?
So all trait rolls.
Yeah, maybe can't hear you, Jelsa.
Oh, she's typing again, and I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, she's saying she lost comms.
All right.
She might be able to hear us, but she said she can't.
Did I lose voice again? Damn. Yeah, sorry. I was looking in the wrong place. So if you cast haywire on those systems there, yes, basically if you cast haywire on the systems, then any use of those systems would incur a penalty. Yes, that's how it works. Emily steps inside.
Swamp thing.
Indeed.
Not a very nice thing to call me.
Hey, you're my buddy. I wouldn't say that to you. I'm saying it to these things.
The plants that you actually do see some of the leaves, the plants sort of turning towards the daylight coming in through the outer door.
Yep, shut the door. Someone come in. Everyone get in and shut this door.
Oh, sorry.
Morgana, come in.
I think he wants to shut the outer door rather than the door you're worrying about. But Deckard strides forwards purposely. Can I have an athletics check as you head over those vines there, please?
I knew something was coming.
That door's shut. We've shut the outside door. Okay.
Okay. That's absolutely fine. You didn't trip over anything there. You didn't trip over, and therefore you didn't fall into that huge pile of mushrooms that look heavily loaded with spores. So I wouldn't worry about it.
You know, the D4 that you can't see the result on is very unnerving when you roll a natural 1 on the trait die.
Yes.
Sort of wait for that pause. Is it going to explode, or am I going to whiff, or what?
You do, however, notice there appears to be. I'm just going to have to remind myself. I'm just going to have to remind myself what the map looks like. Yeah. Can I have notice checks from Himini and Deckard, please? Because they appear to be the only ones. And Jinx, because he got there just in time. Jinx obviously didn't notice anything. I wouldn't like to worry Morgana or Doc, but obviously,
Morgana and Doc should be in the room by now, but they seem to be like standing outside sleeping.
I know you've got to wonder,
Maybe
haven't you?
Morgana didn't hear us.
It's like I tried to give him a hint earlier, but
Getting
you know, let's not worry about plants. Eh? Okay. So who made the notice check? Himini and Deckard. Somebody just you just saw somebody walking in that other room.
To the top.
Hey!
In front, to
Deckard.
the north or to the east?
Deckard
north.
calls out.
Hey, Himini, you stride purposely forward. You could see two humanoids in tattered scientist clothes. They seem to be mostly composed of plant.
It is Seeds of Doom.
That's what I called this adventure, actually. That's why I thought it was quite freaky earlier. Because I'd completely forgotten about that. I did see it as a child.
Disagree. One of my favorites.
They both turn towards you, Hibidi, and basically, although you're not, they just seem to sort of animate. They move a bit jerkily, like stop motion animation. You know that really good of Harry Halfson
Clash of the
style.
Titans style.
Yeah, they stop very. It's very disconcerting, and they're coming towards you. As they advance towards you, you can't help but notice the claw-like their fingers end in claw-like extensions, which I realised I called bash by mistake, but they should be claws. So I'll just change that now.
And Deckard calls out and says, "Hey, what kind of flowers are blooming on your face?" Tulips.
Okay, Jinx.
Tulips. Oh, nice.
Jinx, over to you. What do you do?
Looks like we're in combat, buddy.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that.
Let's get. Well, you might not potentially do so, but that's why I'm sort of forcing you onto it, because other people are that you might not realise, of course.
Yeah, Deckard just shout someone about growing flowers on their face.
Indeed.
I'll hold because I can't see anything anyways.
No worries. Deckard.
All right. Well, I'm going to look at this guy. And I'm going to try and, let's see, what have I got here? Persuasion. Yeah, so I'm going to try and persuade this guy to talk to me by giving him a joke. And I'm going to say, "Why did the cactus get in trouble at school? Couldn't keep its plants to itself."
Didn't get that one. Oh, fair enough. Okay.
And I will do my test here with him and see what the hell I can get here and to persuade.
It's obviously confused by that. Do you want to make it distracted or vulnerable?
I guess what we'll do is we'll make him distracted.
Okay.
Roger's a little bit
And then
too.
I'm gonna carefully move into the room.
Indeed. Okay. You carefully
And I'll
move into
yell
the room.
back at the party. There's one sort of at 1 o'clock from the doorway, and there's one at about 3 o'clock from Himini. And I would have passed.
Okay. Did one just vanish off the combat tracker?
Yes.
Yeah, he loved my joke so much that he fled. Jesus.
That's not annoying at all, is it?
My grammar, it's obnoxious.
No,
I apologize.
not that. No, not that. The fact that basically
He knows you didn't mean that.
so it was distracted and vulnerable, so it vanished off the combat tracker.
Yeah, now it's 3. I
Thinking
didn't
about
remember.
moving.
It
that's how
ran
vanished.
away.
I'm going to
Hey.
claw Himini. And miss. Sorry, it should have been a frenzied attack. Hits you once. But it doesn't hurt, it doesn't affect you. Himini. Everyone vanished. If he's not talking, there's something definitely gone wrong because
That's
Jimmy
a lot of
Monka,
dice.
First
Jimmy
roll
Monka
hits
being
him,
quiet.
yes.
Jimmy Monka being quiet means he's forgot to push the door or forgot to unmute himself.
No. I was just rolling the dice.
You're in the zone. You're in the dice rolling combat zone.
I'm gonna
Okay. You roll to hit and hit. You basically swing your chuckly axe and it chops bits of plant off it, but doesn't appear to slow it down too much.
The move
Alright.
there.
I'll come off hold.
Okay. Yep, you come off hold.
I'm not going to pass my turn because you're going to let Jinx go.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, so I will step up, pulling out my knife, or my Volt knife. I'll trigger it and take a swing at it.
Go for it.
Okay.
Okay. That brings us to Morgana Fontaine. Okay. Well, you can go on hold if you want to hang back this turn. Oh, you're moving. Go for it. No problem.
Trip over the mushrooms, Morgana Fontaine.
Indeed, but I won't worry about that until she's back. I think he recovered from being shaken. But he misses you twice due to he's still trying to work out that pun he heard earlier. So he's distracted and you parry his blows effectively. That brings us to James the Doc Martin. Harding, I should say.
Doc Martin.
Sorry.
So why
Doc
are
Martin's
these
a UK TV show as well. Sorry. What was the
There's
question?
boots here.
So I'm just trying to figure out why the lights are red.
Emergency power.
It seems to make the plants weak as well.
Okay,
I just thought it looked cool.
it does.
That was that's why I did it. Don't get me wrong, to look cool, but then to come up with a reason for it, it's either emergency lighting, but also the plants don't look too healthy with this with the emergency lights on, because obviously the other lights are probably ultraviolet emitting. You know what I mean? Lights to enhance plant growth. Well, probably not in this area, but anyway, it's emergency power lights, as far as you can tell. All the main lights are out. These are just the side lights to provide emergency lighting.
Right, well, then I'm going to go there for
Okay.
starters. To give Morgana room.
Okay.
Excuse me, Roger. Can I see what's going on up there to the north?
If you can see it, you can see it.
I see Deckard and I see Himini, but I don't see anything else other than that.
So I'm afraid not. That's all you can see, I'm afraid.
Right. Then I will wait there.
Because there's a petition wall that's blocking your visibility. That's why I spent ages meticulously doing the line of sight for that very reason. So there's that. Look, there are far zones and cover that people can use. But anyway. Okay, that brings us to Roger.
Roger is going to come moving up this way. I'm hearing fighting going on up there. He's going to see this thing moving behind him. He's going to turn around and shoot number 4.
Go for it. Wondering when someone had noticed them. You shoot number 4. You wound number 4. I might spend a penny on that. Nope. Number 4 goes down.
It looks like we got more of whatever these are coming up behind us, too.
Okay, I think that's going to have to be a run.
The Doc and the Morgana don't know about the.
I know, but I'm going to do a frenzied attack. I'm going to. This one comes running in, and it does a frenzied attack on Jinx and the Doc. On Roger, I should say. One's gotten really bad to hit. The other one got away with next to nothing there, I'm afraid.
Where'd that little fucker come from?
Oh, you should see their vision. The green is really cool. Okay.
Well, now there you go. Now you're going to get Dawes flagged on YouTube for the language.
It's okay. It's marked.
I've been on this stream for ages. He hasn't been flagged yet for swearing.
I have not. I have marked it. I have marked it as not for children. It's live. I can't have no control over you lot.
I never swear anyway. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, I've lost it now. I did used to have a beep button, didn't I?
Beep. Is it just me? But like when I'm watching some of those, like at around the 2-hour mark, they just absolutely freeze up and then don't go.
What freezes up doesn't go?
Like I was trying to watch, I was prepping, like I was watching the Rune Lords one, and it's like it stops, like the 10th one stops like at 2 hours. It doesn't say, it's just frozen. It keeps ticking for another hour, but it's frozen.
I'll have to check.
Probably
and then we jump in, and you guys are all of a sudden in the. If anyone's watching and hasn't played, turn it off. In in the giant's bedroom or the giant's prison or whatever the hell it is, right? The magician's prison. It pops in there like on the third one. It
so
like
Jinx.
I'll have to check. Jinx has soaked it. Okie dokie, new round.
Yay.
The Doc is up. Given them that they got night vision, which means they get the really freaky green stuff. You think the plants look weird in red, you wait till you see them in green. on the stream. Anyway, Doc, what are you up to?
Right. That's what I get for drawing an ace. I'm going to check around the corner and see if there's any more of those little turdlets about to run out.
Okay, I think I got voice back.
You have got voice back. 2 inches gets you to there.
Did their mushrooms not go off this time?
We're going to make it. Well, actually, that was only for the first person in who wasn't paying attention. I'm assuming everyone else has seen stuff, so I'll be nice. 2 inches. You've moved You've moved 2 inches to their dock, and that's what you can see so far.
I don't see anything down there. I don't think. So
Looks like there's another corridor down there, by the way.
okay. Is there so looking up, is there like an irrigation system or anything like that in here?
No, not that you could see. In fact, actually, from where you are, you could see that this doorway here is closed, but these plants are trailing out through the air ducts above the door.
Okay.
Completely.
So it's
that would
basically escaped.
yeah. It looks like it's come out of that room beyond down the end there to the right.
Okay. Is there anything that's inimical to plant life that can be airborne that it doesn't hurt humans and Anouks that I know of?
Well, logically yes, there is. Yes, there is. Whether you can find some in here is another matter, of course. I'll make a science check.
Okay.
See if anything springs to mind. Well, indeed. Now I'm going to have to come up with some chemical name, aren't I? You probably. I mean, whether you'll find any or not's another matter. But probably, there are a number of sort of defoliants that can be used in limited environments. And you'll know what to see if you spot one. Let's leave it like that. They've got distinctive markings, and you'll know the product names. I won't worry too much about the product names unless you find some. Can't remember if
I'm gonna whisper to Morgana, who's right there. And I don't know why I'm whispering, but I apparently do.
Well, okay, we'll call them. Any of the Roll Pro products, we'll say not Roll Pro 19 is probably one of the best. But anyway,
okay. I'm gonna say, if we find a defoliant, would you be able to rig it up so that it goes through the air ducts?
I should be able to.
Excellent.
Well, of course, we could just burn them on fire, and I pull out my little spook bomb.
Yeah, that would probably work too. All right. I assume that's me, right? Or can I get a shot off too?
If you can see, you can get a shot off if you want. You can certainly get a shot off if you've got a target.
Oh my goodness. Second time I've rolled double sixes.
Sometimes the dice just like us better than other times.
Indeed. Well, I'm not even going to try soaking that. So that's another plant fellow dispatched. Brings us to Deckard.
William? William, what did they do to you?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Deckard's up to something evil.
So that's going to get them and not him any, right?
Yeah, the only problem with that is you've now targeted it on the far side of that wall. So I'm afraid. But don't forget, for one PowerPoint, you can make it selective.
Yeah, I'm not blind though.
Selective is
you can put it and it will miss me, even though it's on top of it.
Yeah. For an extra PowerPoint, you can make area of effect power selective, so you choose who it affects.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so it's going to cost 4 then.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to look. Me so thorny. Then I'm going to.
That's horrifying. Oh, sorry, I targeted him as well. Sorry, all yours. I must have clicked the buttons. That's right. There we go.
I don't know.
So I
I
don't
was
do
trying
anything.
to target him and it kept bouncing off.
Probably because you were turning them on and I was turning them off, and vice versa. So I'm not going to do it again. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You enjoyed my comment so much, huh? All right. So now here.
Blind, my favourite power.
Evil
Okay.
eyes. Didn't even bother
And
checking.
so those two are blinded. I'm gonna move like
2 power
here.
points, 4 power points. Yeah,
I'll take the power points.
five power points that cost you.
Yeah, I'll take the PowerPoints. I'm just doing
No,
my
no.
movements
It's
for
okay. No, I was just
submissions.
checking. I was checking because I misread. I thought you'd gone for strong, which you hadn't. So that's okay.
No. I'll do it. I mean, I wouldn't cheat, so I'll
No,
look at it.
no, I didn't. I didn't mean it like that. I misread the. I was thinking of another power, but oh yeah, no, there is a strong option. You see, which costs an extra power point. But that's
Yeah,
fine.
so it's 2, 4,
It's 5. Yeah, he's
5.
worked it out.
Yeah, it's 5,
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry.
and it's done.
Yeah, I also like to do it myself just to keep me. Not because I don't trust you guys. It's just to.
Haven't used a calculator for so long. You like to keep doing the arithmetic in your head. That's what it is.
Indeed. Also, if I can sort of remember some good figures, it makes my life easier when I want to hit you with nasties later. Okay, I am going to do a. I'm going to do a blind frenzy attack on the two of you. Oh, except I forgot to do the second attack, so I'll just have to do it that way. Sorry. So basically, the net result is the first attack would have been on Deckard, the second attack was on Himedy. So Himedy got hit, but Deckard didn't, even with the blind penalty. So I'm sorry about that, Mr. Deckard there. But I think the damage is almost negligible. So he gets to make a vigor check. He recovers and is no longer blind. Himedy.
Well, okay. I'm going to just do my sweep attack. Deckard moved out of range, luckily.
I'm
Well,
impressed.
that was why I moved, was because I thought that you were gonna. I knew you had that, so.
Are you Martha? Right, it misses. Okay.
Okay, that brings us to Morgana.
Okay, the one that Doc just took out was, where did it come from?
Right. Round the corner to the right.
To the right. Okay, so over here.
Yeah. So 3 inches gets you to there. Still have, and another 3 inches gets you to there.
And is there anything else in here besides normal plants?
Well, there's an awful lot of mushrooms all over the place down this corridor. But other than that, no. Big bulbous types.
Spory looking mushrooms.
Yes, look like they might be full of spores, and they're everywhere. You have to watch your step.
Kind of spores that get up your nose and turn you into a frog.
Well, next turn I'm going to slowly back out.
Or maybe make you look a bit plant-like.
It sounds like an Alex Jones conspiracy theory.
No, Alex Jones' conspiracy theories are all nonsense. The plants turning people into frogs is real. I saw it on Amazon once.
Yeah, I get the impression he realises that Tavis isn't here, so someone has to take the role of Bard, even when he's playing a Ranger Rogue.
Is that Rannick?
Yes. Yes, Rannick. You can tell he usually plays bards and social characters, so he didn't, and he obviously can't stop him from being Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. You can't sort of
Now,
stop me
I
from
haven't
being-
had time to watch the carnage from the that occurred after my lunch break the other day, but I gotta say, in watching the other stuff, I have heard you at least 7 or 8 times tell them to be careful and not split the party because shit could get lethal. And
Oh yeah,
lo and
yeah.
behold,
But that's how much we're paying attention too.
It
Hey,
really, to
Joseph's
be
paying attention. So far in this one with all these big old ogres, she hasn't got a scratch. So
to be honest, I think the only reason other than copyright reasons, the only reason I didn't end up playing Ginny D's TPK song is someone got some jokers, so they all got some bennies, and it was as simple as that. It was that close, I think, personally. Anyway,
oh boy.
it was
well,
brutal.
because Joseph was hiding so good, she managed to get to Ireno with a potion, but between
Yeah.
it was like
Basically, it was scary. I mean, every vigor check for incapacitation was very successful, fortunately. But yeah, two definitely went down incapacitated. I'm not sure if the dwarf was actually down or just on 3 wounds. Anyway, Roger, over to you, sir.
Okay, Roger is going to do kind of like Morgana did and kind of slide along this wall here. He's going to scooch past her a little bit.
Okay.
be careful, those mushrooms look weird.
See,
So
I
there's
don't see any doors down there. Is that correct?
there is that is a door. Sorry, unfortunately, the lighting hides the doors rather well. There is a door down there. There's a door to the right and a door to the south.
You know the disappearing tokens. It's not only Savage Worlds, by the way. So
No, I know. I remember you saying. I think I know what
Okay,
caused it. I think I know what caused it, so I need to try it later.
Roger's going to keep an eye on both doors, and that will be his turn.
Okay. Jinx.
All right, I'll take another swipe at that
Okay, crap.
at that blight next to me.
Mm-hmm.
With my knife. Even though he's blind.
Blind doesn't affect their parry. It affects their parry isn't a trait roll. It's an interesting one.
No, I would have thought I would have made him vulnerable or something.
I'm afraid it doesn't. It just affects them. It just affects their trait rolls. It doesn't make them vulnerable, alas. I'm not saying it shouldn't, but then again, you know what I mean.
Okay.
Okay, and where is it? It's this one here with the crown. Okay, I am going to forensically attack Himini. Missing both times.
That's where the blind affects. It's -2.
Yeah.
And I look at Himini after he's getting attacked and I say, "Don't stop believing."
Whoa, copyright.
Oh no, he changed.
I changed the words.
It's a
I know.
parody. You're free to parody.
Parody,
It was
go
a
for it
pun.
then. Parody,
Don't
you're allowed
stop
to.
believing.
I didn't hear the believing, sorry. I apologise. No, I spend enough time after every video having to fill out all the forms because of the music I have licenses for, but the bots repeat on. So sorry, it's a pet peeve of mine.
there you go. I hit my sweep that time.
You did indeed. Yes. You're just gonna. I can see it now. You're just gonna have a ridiculous amount of biddies, and I don't have a problem with that. You should really take common bond. Okay, so blight number 3 is incapacitated, and down he goes, and blight is merely shaken.
Go there, and then I'm going to end my turn.
That brings us to Deckard, who was shaken but recovers.
All right. Now, I'm looking. Am I correct in assuming that there's no door here to my east?
That's correct. Yes, this
I'm
appears
trying
to
to
be like
go. I'm trying to go over it, but
Yeah, no. You've basically
then
come to the kitchen area, as it were. Hmm. I know. Tell me about it. It's good. Don't get me wrong.
now you're talking.
That's a hit with a raise at short range with your M21. The bullet smacks into it. Okay, it was already
It's already
shaken.
shaken, wasn't it? So it should
It
be.
was shaken. It's not hardy, therefore don't re-roll. Don't re-roll. Don't re-roll.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't applied the shaken.
Oh, my bad. I was. Oh, which
I
would have
had-
been a minus on the hit too, wouldn't it?
No.
It just means if it's already
No.
shaken and you shake it again, it gets a wound.
Right.
Indeed.
It tries
Okay.
to dodge the bullet and then it gets it straight in the forehead.
Indeed. Okay. Well,
And as it curls up, it looks up and it says, "Ah, I soiled myself," and then gasps away.
I'd award you one there because it's very good, but the plants unfortunately can't talk. Otherwise,
Can't
that was a
talk.
very good pun.
No,
Very
I
good
hear
pun,
you.
though. I liked
Did
it.
it soil itself though? Does that mean it's going to turn into a pile of mud? No, see, it's
Indeed.
rubbish.
Okay. So, okay.
Composted myself. That'd be better.
There you go.
I shall give you one for that.
So that notice roll is me investigating the room.
Okay. As I say, it appears to have been a kitchen area, but it seems to be dead. Whoa, Hibity. Right, okay, I need athletics checks from you if you're going down that corridor. Off you go.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if there was anything good in here, but apparently not.
No.
Oops. Hang on, I'm going to Benny that. That's better.
It's the only problem. I unlock the tokens to stop you disappearing, and someone just go down the whole map.
That's right. And then I clicked the spores, but luckily I dodged out of the way.
You get to hopscotch your way around the spores, and you can get down to the other end without triggering any of the spores. There is a door in front of you.
And did we notice that so we don't have to do it?
Oh, anyone who wants to go down that corridor will have to make an athletics check to make sure they don't just blunder, because the whole area is covered in spore-filled mushrooms.
Saw me do a double backflip and land like a, Catherine Zeta-Jones in that silly movie where she robs a bank.
Okay, you've opened the door.
What do I see inside?
Corridor.
See, I was thinking the triple Lindy, but what do I know?
A corridor with two doors.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
A corridor with two doors opposite you.
I'm going to go in and then I'm going to let them know to be careful with the mushrooms, and I'm going to keep an eye out.
Yeah, well, old Roger over here is kind of famous for opening other doors, and he's standing in front of one.
The door in front of Roger is.
I'm going to say there's a corridor
locked.
here.
This one's locked, guys.
Access level 4 required when you try and open the door.
And by the looks of it, there's water on the other side.
So, did we find a security pass on those blight bodies?
You can certainly search them if you wish to.
I thought that's what the notice roll is for, but no problem.
No, that's absolutely fine. I forgot you made a notice check. Yep. Basically, they each have access level 3 security passes.
3. Okay.
Yep.
So I toss one to Himini, and I toss one to Roger Holmes here. So now we've all got level 3 cards, which isn't doing a damn thing for the level 4 door. But
the corridor, Hibity, you're looking down has 1.
It
2,
does make us feel
3,
important.
4, 5 doors. There are 5 doors each to the south of the corridor you're looking down.
Like we're part of the complex and not just interlopers.
Rogers decides to risk the spores. Critically
And
fails!
trips and falls face first into the spores.
Roger.
Some days the dice loves us, and some days we just get nothing but critical.
Okay, Roger, would you like to make a vigor roll, please, with a modifier? I'm not going to tell you what it is. Okay.
I will Benny that once.
Okie dokie.
There we go.
Oh, wait, is Jody here? I probably should get that reference, but I don't. Okay. Well, you basically are covered in. Yeah, basically the whole, a load of the mushrooms expel out the spores, and this whole area now is very cloudy and misty. Fortunately, from your perspective, you realise you've lost your footing as you trip over the vines. Of course she does. Jodie Black, she loves crit fails. As soon as you realise you have presence of mind to basically hold your breath as you hit the ground hard, and you now find yourself lying prone on the ground, surrounded by spores, desperately wanting to breathe. Okay, what's everyone else up to? Obviously, it's not in round, so you can move. Obviously.
Yeah, Morgana sees that, and she's just gonna stand there.
Okay.
She ain't running into the unknown.
What you doing, Roger?
He's tripping. It was a bad omen.
No, come off it, please.
He's tripping on shrooms. What would happen if, like, say for example, we shotgun blasted the shrooms? Do I think that there's a good chance that it would destroy them, so they wouldn't release spores if anybody walked over them?
No, it would.
No.
It
It
I'm
was
not a
scattered
rocket
spores.
scientist, but if you blow up
blast
a
I
the
would
mushroom,
release the spores, but I mean after that, could we
No,
just
because
go to a safe distance and shoot it, and then?
For your record, this whole corridor, I wouldn't worry about it. Roger just literally tripped and slid through all of them, which would do the same effect of destroying them. So there's no more spores to worry about because they've all been released into the corridor. Roger, you're going to have to make a vigor roll soon if you don't move.
Well, I'm not going in that MBT.
yeah, I'm waiting for the dust to settle.
No worries. Okay. Roger scrabbles.
Roger's going to very carefully let out his breath and suck in a new one, and then start patting himself down to get some of these spores off. Himmy back up.
Indeed. I think Secret Files
We need the hose
setting that's coming out's got something along those lines. It's definitely
You
got
say something about water. I'll just go wash it off.
hindrances about bad pronunciation. If you've ever seen Hello, then you'll know what I mean. Okay, right. Well, the spores seem to be hanging around. So, what does everyone want to do? Himedy and Roger, you find yourself in a corridor on your own.
Yes, it is. Is that a giant spory fungus in there?
Does it look safe to go down that corridor yet?
It's still got spores in it. Yeah, those are quite. You do see very big fungi. If you want to walk down that corridor, you can. You just have to make a vigor check and hold your breath.
I'll just close that door. I'm not going in with a giant fungus.
Okay.
You're not ready for big fun from the big fungi?
Something up with that room's lighting, isn't it? I can't see what's in that room.
Yeah, neither can I. I thought maybe I was standing on the doorway, but that certainly didn't do it.
Yeah, something's going on with the lighting, but at the end of the day, it's just a room with some very big fungi in it. They look both to be storage closets with fungi in.
Okay.
I don't know what's happened to the lighting there. I'll worry about that another day. Like I'm not using this map ever again, so it doesn't really matter. Okay.
So that was my vigor roll for the spore nastiness.
Yep, that's absolutely fine. Okay.
To move through the mushrooms
Something
now,
up.
what do
There's
we have
something
to do?
definitely up with the lighting around here. Something's gone wrong with the lighting. Excuse me a second. Turn that off so I can see what's going on. You guys have still got line of sight and lighting's still working.
I'm going to turn on my torch.
Going to do that. Yeah, it might be. Actually, I think that might be the point. There's no lights in those rooms. So if you can't see, that's why. Yeah, you need a torch. That's what it was. I've forgotten. I made this map so long ago, I forgot. So basically, you open the door and there's just darkness coming in from that room. Well, the light's barely shining in there. So if you've got torches, now's the time to turn them on.
That's why I hate red
And
lighting.
what's that room south of Hemini? What you see in there, buddy?
Giant fungus. There's fungus everywhere.
Yeah, Roger's just walking down the hall opening doors.
Indeed. Each of these rooms appears to be...
This one's locked. Hey, I found a locked door, guys.
let me just borrow Hibidius. I'm just going to borrow Hibidius sec. Don't worry, I'm not. You won't suffer any effects. I'm just going to borrow Hibidi because he's got a torch. So if I put him in each room, you can see he'll light them up. So your shared vision will work. There we go. And everyone's moving again, and I don't need to worry about stuff, so I can unlock the token, so you can move freely now because you've triggered the trap, which one of you critically failed.
I can move freely now. The lock is gone.
So we're going to search these rooms, or are we going to just unlock this door that Roger's found?
I was trying to search the rooms. Yeah, so that's what the notice is for.
Indeed. This room, I think is actually this room. Well, apart from the fact you're in complete darkness there, that room's got some very large mushrooms in it, so no one's entered it. But yeah, Deckard, you don't find much in the dark. But Rogers is indicating this last door appears to be locked. It's marked up as level 3 access, but when you try the pass on it, the door says personal locks activated. I.e., someone's locked it from the inside.
Does that help?
It certainly does. It enables you to unlock the door.
Never a good sign. Somebody locks themselves inside the room.
Although I did notice the big pile of mushrooms, so I won't actually put Rogers right at the end of the corridor there. Did Himini just vanish? Oh no, he's just there. Okay, inside this room, I forgot. There's inside this room. Actually, I'll put the blood there. Oh, I forgot to put the body in. Inside this room is a body lying, basically, well, slumped against the bed. Basically, a pistol in his hand.
But he popped his clogs with his own hand.
Yes, indeed. He locked himself in and probably ready. Obviously, when things were blackest, he just decided to. Didn't want to go out there. His uniform his uniform identifies him as a Dr. Samuels, and he appears to have a level 4 access card.
Let's take it.
And search him and the room and see if there's anything interesting in there.
No, these appear to just be sort of private quarters for some of the scientists. They don't. When I say private quarters, that's not strictly true. They're just literally dorms as such. Whoever's working the shifts can sleep in them for a few hours, but they're not like their private quarters. That appears to be that other building you couldn't get in.
So that would have been like my medical role, just to see, do I believe that this guy killed himself, or do I think he was murdered?
He was in. Well, if he was murdered, it's the old standard murdered inside a locked room conundrum.
With a gun in his hand and a
Miss Maple's going to step out.
And a hacked lock.
I've got this level 4 passkey now.
He locked. Basically, it looks like he locked himself inside the room and eventually shot himself.
There was a level 4 lock that we came across.
Yeah, back up the hallway.
Okay, Hibidi's run off. Are you unlocking that door? Or are you waiting for the others? I'll
He's
give you that
dancing
one.
by the door, waiting for them.
Okay, I thought I'd be nice and give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would have. Yeah, I wouldn't have just charged off. It's
Look,
not Aki.
Oh.
Different person.
So I did see you say dancing by the door. I didn't notice that before.
I was typing it as you were asking me what I was doing. So.
Yeah. You've all left the doc alone in the
Doc,
dark.
what are you doing, Doc? In the dark. Doc's alone in the dark. Doc.
He's looking for plutonium.
Okay. I shall basically I shall unlock the door. I shall unlock the door. So you basically, as if you can, so you can open it whenever you want to. Okay, so as you open the door, this room is bathed in white light, which is obviously verdantly helping the plants. There's a strange effect going on. The whole air, as if the air itself is shimmering inside this room.
Do I notice where like a control panel might be?
Oh, the whole room seems to be sort of multiple science, but it's a whole science lab. So basically, all the desks are panels and everything like that.
All right, I'm going to use detect on here.
Okay. Intriguing. I mean, it's such a sensible power for someone to take in Pathfinder, and they haven't bothered yet. Okay, detect supernatural persons, objects with effects for 5 rounds, critical foes, enchantment items, one. Okay, so you did see and detect. Okay, within 5 inches of you, yeah. So that's your radius.
I'll move up by the door, but yeah.
Oops, sorry, wrong person. Jinx. Oh, 5 rounds in range of your smart, so it's probably even better. You probably didn't even need to move. Smart's D8. From where you were at the time. So actually, yeah, you detect something from even before you move. That there is something sentient in that room, but not human.
Can I tell what it is, or
Alien is as far as you. And I don't mean alien in terms of xenomorph. I just mean alien as in unlike anything you've experienced before.
So
I'm trying to figure out. Sorry, whatever effect is going on is what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, sorry, on the effects. Good question. Hallucinogenic and mind altering.
Okay.
That's always fun.
It is my favourite occupying.
Alright, I warn them that whatever that field is, it is gonna screw with their minds, so gird your loins and prepare yourselves, I guess. I will drop a boost trait on how many people are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 plus.
Go on then, you might as well make the roll now. Well, it looks like I'm being nice and letting you do this before you enter the room.
Ah, damn.
You trying to get the button? Sorry. That was sorry. My saying make the roll now was for whoever's going to do the havoc. Jinx, yeah, you got the boost trait. You got one short of getting the raise, but it's still effective.
Yeah, I was going to do the havoc, but I was going to wait. I'm just waiting. I didn't want to jump on
No,
someone's
that's absolutely
toes.
fine. That's fine.
So I'll drop it on. Everybody will get +1 die trait to their spirit. Or die type to their spirit.
Yeah, the easiest way to do that is if you target everyone, and then you can just click on it in the power. That's the easiest way to do it. And then I just you technically have to choose the same trait for everyone.
Yeah, you said spirit, I think.
Did you say spirit? I apologise, spirit. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, so if you the easiest way to do that, I say easiest way. It's always Jinx. Is if you what you have to do is if you target everybody, including yourself, I assume.
Using me to target everyone for some reason.
No, there's just too many tokens close together.
I've done the targeting for ease. Don't worry.
The power only boosts like trait in generic, doesn't boost like a specific.
No, that's absolutely fine because you. What I'm saying is you, and I just have. It's unfortunate, but we did discuss this. There are so many combinations. It would get a bit painful if that makes sense.
So
yeah, you can't
work?
automate it.
Change it to spirit myself, or
he's doing it for us. It looks like he's already done it.
Basically,
yeah.
So I mean, it's one of those ones it's not an easy one to automate. And what I find is the quickest way to do it is what I say to do there is get the player to target everyone he wants to target, then hit the power so the trait's applied, because at least then they're all highlighted, so as the GM you can see who it is, and then all you do is you change it from whatever the random is to the standard, and then just copy and paste it down. There isn't a really easy way to do it. Otherwise, that effects list would be ridiculously long if you consider every skill and every trait and every +1 and +2. Do you know what I mean? We did discuss it and gave up on it. Okay, you got you kicked off the haywire
with a raise, so it's -4 to all those machines.
Yep.
Mechanical and electrical devices in the area.
Indeed.
And a room full of plants.
Well, there are the machines all over the place.
You might mess the lights up, you mean?
Ever.
If we get some red light in here, that's what seems to be weakening the plants, isn't it?
Something's happening.
Well, you buggered up the lighting system.
It's very good. I like it. Are you doing that manually?
No, you just put random numbers in the flash and then you get absolute chaos. Okay, at this point, I think we're going to say it's initiative time. Deckard, over to you.
What's that shimmery stuff? Is that just heat?
No, it's like that's why I said
brainwave.
Kind of mind influence.
Oh, okay.
Influencing.
That's the field. All right, fair enough.
Indeed.
If you don't have a mind, you're safe.
Which is why you've all been affected by a boost trait spirit, because basically every round you're in there, you do get to make spirit rolls or be distracted. Because you're trying to work out if that really is Himini, or is that Himini over there floating upside down with with pink smoke coming out his ears.
Okay, so for
that's
6.
How he does.
Sorry, Deckard's up. Or you can go and hold it, of course, if you don't want to be the first one in there.
No. For 6, I'm going to drop for 6 power points here. I'm going to increase the area effect to 3, and make it strong as well.
Yep.
In front of me, and hopefully whatever plants are there.
Yep, go for it. Okay, right. That's absolutely fine. Okay.
Whoopsie daisy. I'm going to try to do this again. No, God, I got the same roll through.
Well, okay.
So
You do hit 2 plants though, because there were. I deliberately didn't put them on the map because I've got a. Sometimes it's nice, but you two ambushes, it doesn't work so well. I've got that. I've got the extension that turns on that says if you can see them, you can see them. If that makes sense, even if they're not visible on the combat tracker. So I made a note of where they were, and then when you dropped the template, I was sitting there going, curses. So you hit a Banshee bloodsucker, and you hit Blight 2 with blind.
and so is it -2 or -4 because I paid for strong?
Okay, because you didn't get the raise, it's still the trait -2, but it's vigor -2 for them to shake it off. That's how it works. So basically, because you're already doing them, yeah. So it's I just
blinded
modified.
Jinx as well.
I haven't.
I know you haven't. Degard has.
There we go. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, so they're still at -2 on their trait rolls, but they're now at -2 to soak it, to shake it off as well. That's how that works.
So when they roll their vigor roll, essentially they would be putting a -2 in the modifier box.
Basically, yes. Yeah. So the easiest thing to do, because basically I did check this one out with Clint. It's one of the times where the automation's quite annoying. The vigor roll to negate being blind is not affected by the blind trait modifier, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. So the vigor roll is a straight roll to shake it off, but they're making it at -2.
Yeah. By you spending an extra power point, you're making it harder for them, which basically means now I don't have to manually add 2 back onto their trait roll because Fantasy Ground's going to take 2 off anyway because of the automation. Okay, Himini.
Okay. Banshee bloodsucker. I'm going to lob my attacks at him.
Go for it. You hit it. You wound it. I might spend a penny on that. I concede the point. Okay, your axe buries itself into the plant.
But it's not dead yet. Okay.
Doesn't seem to be. It's,
Then
I'm not dead yet.
Then I'm going to go up to the blight, and then I'm going to pass.
Okay. Okay, the Banshee bloodsucker is going to slowly move itself off the table, and that's all it can do. 1 inch movement. It's like a drift in that regard. Oops, wrong thing. I do get some interesting console errors if I click. Okay, I found a brilliant way to get console errors. What you do is you select a template and then you click both mouse buttons by mistake. Instead of, you know what I mean, to draw a custom template. Okay, actually that won't work because the door frame, that's the best I'm going to get. So what I do is basically I cover Himini in spores.
Oh, you're so mean.
You have to make a vigor roll, please.
It's mushroom bukkake.
Oh, sorry, did I make you've entered the room. You need to make a spirit check for entering the room. First. Okay, you're unaffected by the hallucinogenics at the moment.
I like hallucinations, it's okay.
And now you can make a vigor roll for basically being covered in spores. Yep, you're fine.
So that you're immune to them.
You are with the race. You are
very weak compared to Anouk mushrooms.
Okay. Right. Okay. I'm going to just type immunity to remind me that you don't have to make a spirit check anymore. Okay. Blight number 2 is blinded, so it's just going to move thusly. And as the only one in the room, I'm afraid that you're the recipient of everything
You
at the
can
moment.
see me even though it's blind. It's amazing.
Well, it's affected vision, isn't it? Isn't necessary. It's like purple spots in their eyes. They're not really blind, are they? Otherwise, nothing
Rubbish
makes
spell.
sense.
We need to get blind and make their eyeballs pop out their head.
Well, you're unharmed. I get to make a vigor roll. Oh, look at that!
So he's blinded by the blight.
Yes.
Who was that? That was a good one. Who was that? Was it?
Is a doc.
It was the doc. I thought it was. I will get there in the end. Okay. Too many things going on at once. Lots of flashing colour lights. Okay, the Himini is shaken by the second blight. That brings us to Morgana.
Yeah, well, Morgana doesn't like shooting, and she can see the ones, this one and this one. And as she moves, she's gonna get her M21 ready, and she's just gonna shoot at number 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice shooting, but when she does.
I like fixing things, not wrecking them.
Oh yeah.
Then she's going to kind of step back because she's not really, she likes to fix things.
She just fixed that guy that was attacking me. Thanks.
Indeed. Roger Holmes.
What does 3-round burst do again?
Well, I want to say +2 to hit, +2 damage, but that might not be the sway version.
That's what I thought.
It means it fires lots of shots. Yeah.
I know. Actually, I think you could put it in as an effect, and Fantasy Grounds does it for you, doesn't it?
3-round burst. You just right click on it and say how many bursts you're going to fire, don't you?
No, because 3-round burst is actually slightly different. 3-round burst, page 67. Because my gut feeling is
it's only +1 to shooting in damage.
Because it
it
used to be double tap and 3-round, didn't it? Yeah, they got rid of it. Replaced double tap. Yeah, so 3 rounds, rapid succession 1. You know why? Because when you can do 3-3-round bursts in a round now, I suppose, you know what I mean? They downgraded it and they got rid of double tap, didn't they?
Yeah.
+1 shooting, +1 damage. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you
but
can
in the
still
old
do
days.
But 3
Right
round
click on
burst
it, say how many shots you're going to make, and it works out how much ammo you've used, and then it gives you the penalty as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, Roger's going to step forward. He's
Make
going
a
to
spirit
take 2
check.
actions. Make a who?
Spirit check. You've entered the hallucinogenic room.
Oh, that's right. Hallucinogens, aren't they fun?
You're fine.
Okay, I'm going to put a 3-round shot into the Banshee Bloodsucker first.
Okay. There you are. Go for it. 1 targeted Banshee Bloodsucker. That would have been a 4.
43 gigs I had to have cleared to make this thing happen. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that would have been a 4. So yeah, let me roll the damage.
Yep, rolled it. Yep, rolled the damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm
Why would
thinking
it have been
that.
a 4?
You got him because he
The 3-round
had...
burst.
3-round burst.
Forgot to put it in.
So we should all fix our sub attacks that way, huh?
Does cost you 3 bullets though. You have to manually take off the bullets for a 3-round burst. I think you can actually type in 3-round burst as an effect, but I can never remember what it is. Okay, well that Banshee Bloodsucker's not surviving that.
And I will shoot the Myconid next.
Okay. There's no Myconids here, I'm afraid. That's a wasted attack.
There's a name.
Michael Lloyd.
Time.
Okay, yeah, you hit the Myceloid.
Be that way.
I think Myconid might have been copyrighted by TSR, so Pathfinder has to change the name.
even more. No, that's better. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that.
Must be a
Yeah, they
penny
didn't
then.
get rid of double tap. Double tap is still a thing.
Did they get okay? So what's double tap now? Because double tap used to be
I think
plus one
double
plus
tap
one.
is an edge now.
Double tap is an edge. It used to be anyone. If you had a single if you had a single action weapon, you could double tap with a revolver, and it was basically
Round burst is only specific weapons.
yes, exactly. Basically, what it used to be in before Suede, a double tap was if you had a single, a semi-automatic weapon, you could double tap it. It would cost you 2 bullets. You got +1 to hit and +1 damage. If you had a gun that could do 3-round bursts, it used to be +2 to hit, +2 damage. But obviously, double tap became an edge now, and 3-round burst got downgraded to +1/+1.
Where's this 3-round burst in?
Page 67 of
It's
the
under
rulebook.
weapon descriptions.
Yeah. Or page 67 of the book. Anyone, it depends.
In the online book.
It should be. It'll be in there. It'll be in there.
I couldn't find it.
Savage Worlds Adventures Edition gear. Personal weapons. Well, actually, you just type in 3 round in the search area, don't you? Let's see what we get. Yeah, I see. It's under gear. Under cost, gear notes. Must be under gear notes. Yeah, 3-round burst. It's under gear notes. Okay. What's going on in the meantime? Deckard.
I was just checking to see if I did it correctly.
Yeah, you did. Okay, so that's Roger. You shot. You entered the room. You put down a thing, and then obviously, yeah. Okay, Doc.
Right. I don't see anything going on, but let me try and advance into the room.
Okay. You breathe in the heady atmosphere and make a spirit check.
All right. Did roll a D10. Look at that. I think I'll be fine.
You're more than fine. You got the raise, so you don't have to roll every round. You have immunity.
Nice.
Okay, you're now free to do whatever you want. It's just obviously as soon as you enter that room, you have to, this thing's been in here a while and it's been sort of lacing the area. Okay, you turn southwards.
And then it looks like there's nobody downwind of downrange, so I'm going to blast them with my shotgun.
Shoot my lovely mushroom fellow.
Yes. I'm going to shoot him right in the spore dispenser.
Where's he gone? Okay, that's a hit with a raise. Roll for damage.
You're going to have to explain to me this 3-round burst thing later. Not while we're playing. Because Aki had a gun and he was doing a rate of fire thing. 3-round burst was,
Didn't add the raise. Let me do that. So.
Good shot.
2 wounds. I'm going to have to spend my second and only Benny. Okay, you shoot it. It doesn't seem to be too. It doesn't seem you blast it. You blow chunks of fleshiness out of it and shred parts of what's left of the science coat, narrowly avoiding what appears to be a security pass. But it doesn't seem to be affected. Jinx.
Hang on.
Oh no! You rolled the damage and I soaked it, so you can't really.
Oh, I can't reroll damage. All right. Bummer.
You did 2 wounds. I just soaked both of them.
Did you shoot the myceloid?
Yes.
He's not targeting it, but yeah.
Anyway, Jinx.
All right. I'm gonna head in and around, and then
Make a spirit check as you head in. Oh no! Oh no! Distracted and vulnerable, I'm afraid. Your boost trait helped everyone except you. I think that's very unfortunate.
Make sure you keep
Well,
your
I
head.
nearly had a 9, and then it tipped over.
I know.
Kick the table just as the dice are about
Anyway,
to
so
land on the 20.
it was 2 inches to there. You can now continue moving, but you basically half the room. The room is looking very strange, and half the time the party look like they're plants, and the other time the plants look like the party. You're not sure what's going on anymore. And the pink elephant in the corner you just wish it
a
stopped playing the
half-lamp
drums.
tea. Who could ask for more?
Anyway, you've still got 4 inches of movement left. What do you want to do now?
Or what a dormouse said.
I'll focus on using my psionics, I guess,
Okay.
to try and keep myself going straight. I'll come down here by that plant bitch, the mushroom thing, with my knife drawn. And I'm not even going to try and cut it. I just want to zap it.
Okay.
You have a zap knife?
I have a volt knife, yep. Which is touch attack.
Intrigued by this one.
Apparently, I should have tried to stab it after all.
Some styles attacking by style will trigger the vote. Even if only using a touch attack, the target must make a vigor roll or be stunned. That's quite nasty.
Can I make it be a penalty since it got so many raises?
No. Because I'm evil. We'll see.
You can do the damage as well, can't you? It says.
Yeah, you can have a -2 because you got the raise.
These roll a 17.
Yes. I'm afraid I did. New round. Really? Really? Oh, for crying out loud. 3, 6, 7, and 7. I'm not happy. Okay. Roger.
Okay, I presume I need to make another spirit check.
Afraid so. You're fine.
Yeah. Now I'll just take a single shot at the myceloid.
Okay. It would be dramatically appropriate to hit an innocent bystander.
Oh, of course. That's why I'm going to crit fail. I'll hit them both.
All 3 of them, including the microloid. Yeah.
Yeah, with one bullet.
Indeed.
Yeah, it bounces off the wall, ricochet. Yeah.
Grim server to death, possible. You shake the microloid.
Yeah, I'll accept just a shake.
Okie dokie. The blight will bash Himini. Hitting twice. Wounding twice, in fact.
Ow.
Okay, you successfully soak the first, but have no bennies left and have to take... now it's only a shaken, though, so good move.
Isn't that good a move?
Well, no, because you instead of taking 2 wounds, you only took none.
I'm going to use my action card.
Seize the day! Okay.
I don't want to risk this thing getting...
Okay. You have the Joker bonus, which we do like so. Oh, that didn't work. It's treating it as damage. So if I go bink and just the easiest way to do that is to trait +2 as a manual modifier. Okay, that means we're on to Himini.
No, I'm going now.
Oh, you're going. Oh, sorry. Of course you are. I apologise. Of course, you've got the Joker. Duh. Misunderstood you. Sorry.
Wait, we got jokers?
No, I got a card that lets me act like a Joker.
Aha.
And I put it on Jinx. I put it on Jinx rather than Decker by mistake. Hang on a second.
Or a smoker or a midnight toker.
No, I have you put the trait +2 on me.
Oh, I'm losing. I'm definitely losing the plot today. Sorry. Go for it.
So, quick question: does everybody get bennies when he plays that card?
No.
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 No, so use a charge.
Good
Try
question.
and stab it. Really?
He
It
missed
didn't
by one.
calculate the +2 in there.
It did. He's distracted.
Oh, he is, isn't he? Actually, doesn't he get another check at the start of the turn, or is it?
No, he critically failed.
Oh yeah.
He critically failed. He is suffering the effects of the room. He is vulnerable and distracted while he's in the room and for X amount of time afterwards.
It's back to me now, isn't it?
Unless he wants to Benny it. He has one
No.
Benny.
Yeah, I've only got one. I'm gonna stagger away.
It will get. It is shaken, so you can move away without it affecting you. Yes. Hibity moves to there, having already made his shaken roll.
I'll stumble back out of the room.
What are you trying to use that has ammunition?
Oh, wrong one. Yeah, sorry. Got to
Okay,
go and recover that from the body.
Jinx has exited the room, therefore the effects will start to wear off. Okay, you swing your cattle, and unfortunately, it doesn't affect the blight. Morgana Fontaine.
Oh man, June just stepped into my way, so I've got to move up to be able to see what the hell. And I get to the door.
Okay.
See what all. Oh,
For the record, there are those downward those sort of cooling downward fans you get. Yeah, the blow cool air. Those are above the door, which somehow seem to stop it leaving this room. Otherwise, by now I'd have to work out how it filled the whole place up. Which, if I'd thought about it, would have been a really evil thing to do.
I can't take a shot because I can't. Jiminy's big. I'm gonna
Not that big.
I'm gonna have to step into the room.
Okay, I'm afraid you're going to have to make a spirit check. You're okay, thanks to that. Well, the boost didn't help, but you're okay. You are able to resist the mind-altering chemicals in this room, and the flashing lights don't help. 2 more rounds, and the lights should finish shorting out. Okay, you hit the blight with a shot from your M21. You shake the blight.
And I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. The myceloid is up next. It recovers from being shaken. It is going to move to there. And hit.
Cloud.
Yep, and that means it's going to hit Roger. It hits Morgana. That hits Deckard. And that hits Jinx. So I'm afraid you all have to make vigor rolls as it fires spores at you.
I'm immune to the spores.
No, not these are different spores to the mind altering spores. It has an array of spores. As far as I can tell at the moment, Roger Holmes is the only one who's failed.
Yeah.
Right there, right next to it. Went right up his hooter.
Okay. Right, so Roger, I'm afraid these spores are caustic and they start sort of burning on contact with the flesh, resulting in minor, bumps and bruises. I.e., you are now fatigued.
Bother.
And then it's going to Banshee. Hitting. Doing quite a lot of damage. Whoop jeepers!
Multi-action. No multi-action penalty.
Right not.
God,
It wouldn't have mattered, even with the -2. He
overpowered
still would have hit me.
fungus.
It's the big bad.
Oh, that's the big. I felt the big bad was the thing that we killed a minute ago. All right, okay, good. I'm glad it's the big bad. I'm gonna kill him.
I'm afraid that point of fatigue was just enough to. Well, actually, 3 wounds anyway. So basically, Roger is smacked very hard by this walking mushroom, and he's in a bad way.
You got no more bennies left?
No,
Nope, that was my last one.
Oops.
Doc.
Right then. Is this console thing? Is this tall? Would it give him cover?
Nothing in the room blocks line of sight. No, so nothing unless you duck down behind it. Nothing provides cover. But if you duck down, yes, it will.
I am going to use my shotgun
Okay, go for it.
on this fella.
Yep, go for it. Yep, that's the one. That's a hit with a raise. I'm out of bennies, so I could be in trouble here. I've got 1 benny left. Actually, no, I don't. Yes, I think I grabbed the.
Why is it not rolling the?
Oh, it is.
Oh, there it is. 46. I'm going to Benny that.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I think I'm in trouble.
That was well spent. I'm loving this shotgun. It needs a name.
Okay. the myceloid barely it's you blow huge chunks out of it. Not that it can scream in any way, shape, or form, but if it could, it would probably be screaming in pain. It is looking in a very bad way. You have literally blown a hole through its torso. You can see that. You can see the flashing lights from the computers behind it through the hole you just blasted in its torso. Jinx. Talking, we can't hear you, Jinx.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. You might as well go back in the room. You're already suffering the effects if you need to, or you can take a shot from there.
No, that'd probably be even worse. No, wait, this is the same round. I used the Joker card.
Oh, of course you did. I apologise. I shall reward you a penny for honesty. Thank you very much. Mr. Deckard.
All right. So does blind automatically use the small blast template unless I upgrade it?
Blind affects 1 target unless you upgrade it.
Unless I upgrade it. Okay. That was what my concern was. Okay. So for 4, I am going to target both of them.
Okay.
5, otherwise you're going to blind Roger as well, aren't you?
Go for it. Roger's leaving.
No, he's not. We're going to save him. Anouk's about to step forward
I didn't
and rescue
say
him.
dying. I said leaving.
All right, okay.
Yeah, and if I don't, that'll save me a Benny because I only got 1 left, so I can restock.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear. Okay. What is your critical failure when you fail your nanites? I cannot remember.
Yeah, I thought that was a 7.
The bright red
Backlash.
dice.
Roll on the
is,
instability table when a breaker critically fails a transmute roll. Do not roll on the instability table.
Nasty.
That's not to worry about, is it?
I don't see the instability table.
No, because probably it's probably in the GM section. It's probably in the
I
GM
haven't
section.
shared it. Yeah.
It's probably in the GM section to when a breaker critically fails, the psychic spirit. Okay, yeah. Roll on the table to determine the effect. Re-rolling. Okay, let's see what we get.
Oh, I don't get to roll?
Oh, okay. Paranoia. The psycho guys. Okay, whisper past traumas into the breaker's mind. She gains the suspicious minor hindrance. If she already has had it, it becomes a major hindrance. So you've just become a bit paranoid.
Not
All right,
paranoia.
I'll put my tinfoil hat on and drag that over.
You're pretty sure that Himini's event had something to do with trying to corrupt you.
Well, he doesn't. Him and he never tells you what the event was every time you ask him. He's obviously hiding something, isn't he? Something he doesn't want you to know, because obviously something that's happened. But something bad that happened in the past is obviously somehow related.
You lot can't.
And that costs 1 PowerPoint, right?
It only costs you 1 PowerPoint, but obviously it's a full round action to fail to cast because you're suddenly.
No! I wasn't trying to get another action in.
No. Yeah, I completely understand. Okay, yeah, that it only costs you 1 PowerPoint. That's the only good thing that comes out of a critical failure.
Oh, for 1 PowerPoint, I get a hindrance.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? Spend 1 PowerPoint to get a permanent hindrance. That's not too bad, is it, Doc? Actually, I do know why they hide that table.
Right, before this gets any nastier, I guess I'm going to unload on the...
Oh, did you already put it on me?
Yes, I did. I'm nice like that. I like making sure I get to screw up characters as much as possible. Only joking. Okay, you hit...
Yeah, don't make him paranoid. He's already bad enough as it is.
Well, that was the whole point.
Actually,
I
should have
said no. I should have said no. I didn't put the hindrance on. Why is it already there? I wonder how that happened. Somebody's messing.
You must be major. That means he's got to be turned into a major paranoia. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! God, you get 1 more 6.
This time, did it?
Unless you want to reroll the damage.
Well, I didn't add in the extra dice from the raise.
Go for it. Just drag out the damage dice.
Oh, almost.
Hang on a sec.
Hello, Nafta Sack.
Anyhow.
Thank you. No take sack. Okay, that makes it 17 points of damage. Okay. Well, that's only one thing that can happen when you do 17 points of damage to it. It dies. You put it down.
I'm gonna have to get some more shotgun shells.
Very much so. That brings us to Deckard.
No, I bet that.
They're talking about you behind your back, Deckard.
Yeah, I know. I'm suffering from botanophobia now.
Over to you, sir.
And then he looks at you and gives you a strange look.
Botanophobia.
Himinophobia.
You shoot your M21 at the last remaining blight. You wound it. Congratulations. Congratulations. It is all quiet and normal and...
We need someone to attend to Roger, who's got healing.
Roger comes stumbling out and just kind of
I have
collapses
no idea
against
who
the wall over
might
here.
be able to heal him. Oh wait,
I could fix him if he was, made of metal or whatever.
I'll look after Roger.
The air conditioning system quite basically comes back online once the haywire basically runs out, and quite quickly clears the room of any toxins.
I'm going to stand guard by this door, but I'm not doing anything until Roger's been taken care of.
What do I need to do to help Roger?
Be a healing roll if it takes 10 minutes unless it's magical in nature.
All right, I'll get him someplace safe where there's less plants.
Okay.
And I will make a healing roll.
Go for it.
There we go.
Wow. That best you can possibly get. You get him down to 1 wound.
Just rest here for a little bit.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
That last wound, alas, will be natural healing required to remove, but unless anyone else wants to try healing it. Remember the old days where if you failed a healing roll, you actually caused a wound?
I think you still do, don't you?
You do still, I think, don't you?
Yeah, you do. If you critically failed it.
If you critically fail, in the old days, it was just a failure could make it worse. But no, sorry, the old days, of course, you had healing penalties. For every wound someone had taken, there was a healing penalty. So if you were trying to heal yourself and you'd taken 3 wounds, you were healing yourself at -6.
Ah.
I'll be hard pressed to do better than that.
You are against, yeah. The best you could ever heal with the best you could ever heal is two wounds at once. But obviously, unfortunately, that does mean if someone takes 3 wounds with non-magical healing, you can only heal 2 of the 3, which means you get them up and running. Okay.
Is this door a level 4? Is my key going to open it?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise that. No, that door's level 5.
Okay, we haven't got a level 5 key. Search around this room for some level 5 keys. That myconoid might have
Search
something.
those bodies, yeah.
I'm going to recover my weapon that I threw.
Okay, yeah, searching the myconoid's body, you do find a level 5 key pass.
Okay, I'm going to open this door.
Okay, you unlock and open the door. It reveals a small antechamber.
There's another door.
Indeed. It says level 5 access required.
Opposed to an uncle chamber.
Okay. Okay, opening the door, you find inside a medical a lab area, but they currently say inside the middle pod appears to be someone in cryo sleep.
Ooh.
Is this a medical facility that Roger could go into to get the healing? But yeah. Okay, I'm going to wait for everyone else to come in, and I'll stand by the thing and tell everyone to come and have a look at this guy, see if we can wake him up. And then Doc can figure out if he can use his machines to fix Roger up. There's a guy in cryo sleep.
Interesting. Well, I'm once I get done with Roger, I'll
Come on.
What? It's with some trepidation that I come into this room.
Let's have a look at this cryo sleeper.
Deckard, as far as you notice, looking at the logs on the doors, it would appear both these doors were locked from the inside.
What's his name?
Also, you recognise the person in the cryosleep as Thaddeus Chorus.
Yes. That's what I thought.
Well, let's wake him up.
Is that the guy we're looking for?
No, you're looking for Rufus, the janitor. Well, sorry, the mechanic.
Maybe just leave him there because he's probably just going to be trouble.
You can leave him there for now and come back later once we've cleared up, innit? But
No.
no.
No, he needs to pay for his crimes. There
Oh,
won't
we've
be-
got Himini. What are we afraid of?
What crime did he commit?
Are you kidding me? He
Crimes
created this
against
whole
nature.
disaster here.
All right, he's the guy who unplanted the egg monsters. Right, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
waking
but
him
he also might know how to undo it.
He can't go anywhere while he's frozen, so he's not like he's going to run away.
Yeah, unless somebody else comes and takes him.
But we may need to wake him up to question him. So do you want to do that now, or do you want to check
Waking him up.
switches?
If you wake him up now, we're gonna have to drag him around and keep an eye on him to make sure he doesn't run off.
What else do we have to look at?
The rest
Isn't
of
there
the
that other
plant, we've
building?
got that the main building. We haven't even been in the main building yet.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, we have
Don't forget,
several-
you
I
came.
mean,
Don't
So
forget,
do
you
we
came
have
here.
a-
You came here to find Rufus to get the part to fix your ship.
Is
Yeah.
there a
We didn't
level?
find Rufus. Maybe we can find where he left the ship, because if he's, like in the same shape as the rest of these, he ain't gonna need it anymore.
So do we see anybody else in these cryo chambers besides this guy?
They're not actually officially cryo chambers. They're very much medical systems that
I'm going to say
basically-
to
Back to
But-
tanks.
can you put
They-
Roger on one of these?
They're more
machines?
like I'm thinking they're more like sort of automated. They're all like basically auto docks. They're like trauma decks and things like that. They can also basically be used to perform other sorts of scientific experimentation, dissections and stuff. However, you had heard rumours that certain levels could be upgraded to act as cryo storage units, and obviously this guy's basically been able to activate it. So yes, he's basically inside a sealed unit, and it's basically acting like a cryo storage. They're not good for long term, but probably just for short term.
Do I feel like I can get
So-
another bite of the apple with Roger if I help him here?
The auto dock probably could
No,
heal
I'm-
Roger.
I'm
Yes.
feeling pretty good.
Okay. I'll put him. Come on, let's get you in here.
All right.
The auto dock will be able to.
So wouldn't the
patch-
doc have wouldn't this guy have like a level 5 card somewhere?
You
We've
used
got
a
a
level
level
5
5 card.
You
We've
used a
got
level
everything.
5 card to get through the doors that he obviously locked. He
Yeah, I've got
obviously
a level-
locked himself.
Himini-
Basically,
Himini's
the
got a level
deduction is
5
he
card.
locked himself in here when everything started going wrong.
Well, then let's go to the other building then.
well, we're healing Roger at the moment. But yeah, that'd be my suggestion. Is
It takes less than 10 minutes for the auto dock to basically reopen the wounds that the dock had healed and perform the microsurgery that would have been impossible for the dock to have noticed was required. And basically, Rogers at the end of it feels a fair bit better for it.
Excellent. Right, let's wait for the team to catch up and then go to the other building.
I think they've already headed off.
Go for the
Oh,
front
yeah.
door, the back door.
It's up to you.
I'm a backdoor man myself.
Hmm.
Do we not want to check down that corridor first?
We already checked down that corridor.
You should have done the whole area by now.
Yeah, we've done that room. We've checked the whole corridor.
I thought that the
Hang
south
on, let me
corridor.
turn lines of sight off because you don't need them
I thought
anymore.
we,
You've done it. There we go. If I turn lines of sight off,
I see.
If I turn lines of sight off, you can see the whole place, and also you're not going to get stuck on the walls because people are getting stuck on the bloody doors. So, which is,
As an
Go through
exterior.
the back door, or front door, everyone.
I'll turn them back on again once you're outside. Yeah, everyone's outside, so I'll turn them back on. Not that it matters, just so I don't forget in case something happens or maybe. Okay, well, it looks like the back door is the way everyone's choosing to go.
Okay, so I'm going to stay away from that back door and then open it.
Okay, basically you use the security card to open the back door. There isn't a map for this area because I don't have an interior for that one. You open the back door for the security area. Basically, it seems to, the whole place is quite cavernous. It takes you quite a bit of time sort of searching methodically. What you do notice is all the vending machines appear to have been emptied out, and along with all the water, all the water machines and everything. And when you basically after it takes you a fair bit of time circling through this place. This is mostly sleeping quarters and everything else. Looks like someone's gone through the place and found any, sort of checked everything, and has obviously looked for supplies. It takes you a fair bit of time, but eventually you do find down in the basement, in the boiler room, a door. And unlike every other door in the place, this one appears to have an old-fashioned mechanical lock.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Hello?
Hello.
Rufus,
Yes.
something good.
Are you
Two.
the Chorus Corporation rescue team?
No.
No, there's not much chance of them coming to get you.
But we'll help you.
Yeah, we
We've
came.
killed the plants.
You're gonna have to deal with us instead.
What plants?
What? You don't know about the plants?
No, the teeth attacked, and I basically the teeth attacked, and but I locked myself in this building, staying by the front door, to give me a chance of anyone coming, but no one made it, and yeah, a load of others ran into the science area, but I'm not allowed in there, so I just ran back into my boiler room, and then I kept an eye on the monitors, and no one was moving around out there, and eventually the teeth rolled away, and therefore I thought I might be stuck here for some time, so therefore I stocked up on supplies. Who are you lot?
Come to see you, Rufus.
Me?
We are the famed members of the Reckless.
Oh yes, you took up Alquist's old ship, and good ship, the Reckless.
guess
It's
why
an
we're
old
here?
Clydesdale. Let me guess. Something's broken, and old Saxby told you I've got a selection of Clydesdale gunship parts.
Here's hoping he was right.
He absolutely is. You name it, I've got it. Well, shall we? If you're here, and obviously they've buggered off, we could just take one of those buggies outside, and we'll head back. I just couldn't see. I didn't want to leave until someone turned up in case everything went wrong. But
So who's this doctor?
Everything did go wrong.
We have our own buggy with us, and given that nobody was ever going to come and save your life, but we did, I'm hoping that means you're going to give us a really good deal. Oh, it's a compression coil we're looking for.
yes, compression coil. They're getting harder and harder to find. Yeah, I can understand why you had to come all this way for that. Well, you're in luck. I happen to have two.
Ooh.
Then, like I said, the only way you're getting out of here alive is with our help, so we're hoping that would be appreciated with a really good deal.
Sounds reasonable. Let you have both of them for 500. How's that?
I'll take them.
Okay. Well, as I say, I think we'll if you show me where your vehicle is, I'll take you over to the yard, see if there's some other parts you want. And yeah, well, must admit, I didn't know how long I'd be down here. It's been a couple of weeks. I was getting a bit concerned.
How long?
It looks like you were running out of vending machine supplies.
Indeed, I was getting concerned, but I figured I'd wait. I thought, mate, if old Thaddeus was okay, the rescue party would be here anyway. I suppose he bought it along with everyone else, didn't he? Oh well, I was going to have to head out.
Still alive.
Oh,
Yeah, we're pretty sure Thaddeus is still alive.
interesting. I would have thought they would have rescued him
He
by
stuck
now.
himself in a cryo chamber.
Yeah, that's makes sense. I suppose I can't say any better. I bet he, unlike me, he didn't wait by the door in case anyone survived. But come on then, well, I'll get you these parts. I could also offer you. I've got a good line on some injection rods and some main lines compression induction loops.
Well, let's get out of here and get back to where you've got the ship, and we'll discuss.
Anything else that has a tendency to go south on the old Clydesdale?
It's a fairly good ship, and a lot of the time you can cannibalise other bits. There's just some proprietary bits that Clydesdale made that were unique to them, and unfortunately the compression coil is one of those. But if you've got one, you can usually use it to salvage another one. The problem is when you've only got one left and it goes, then you're in stuck. Hence this. Right, put it on Underhill's tab. Right, so yeah, well, lead the way to your vehicle, and we'll head on out. It's like you
Got a bit of a trip.
yeah, you take the convoluted route back up through all the different corridors as you head back out onto the surface. Make notice checks. Okay. Everybody except the doc, you will notice. You notice that there seems to be black smoke coming out of the vents of the science area you've just vacated. Doc, what you notice also is there appears to be some fast-moving vehicle skimming low and fast away from the area. You're not
Right.
sure, but you
Somebody
think
just
it
bombed
says.
Thaddeus.
You're not sure, but you think you think you catch the name Chorus written on the side.
Oh, they probably come to wipe the place out, and we just need to get the hell out of here. No worrying about the guy in the cryo chamber.
They just rescued the guy in the cryo chamber.
I doubt it.
I don't. That's why they set the building on fire, was to cover all the evidence, and he can continue somewhere else.
I don't think they rescued him. I think they just finished him. I doubt they had time to go in there. I think they just bombed it. Is that what? What would I need to do to figure that out?
Well, with as long as we were wandering around inside here trying to find this
Hmm.
guy, they had
Yeah.
plenty of time to come in and do their stuff.
Well, we was in here for half an hour or so, I suppose, weren't we? At least.
Yeah, at least half an hour before you found Rufus. Then you found him, and another 10 minutes to get back up to the surface. Well, if you can access the logs, if you could try getting. You'll need. It's obviously it was an offline system, so you'd have to get to the logs back in that. Well, any computer system inside that building, you can probably get some logs out. So up to you. Depends how bad the fire is and how complete it was. No, you'd have to be inside the science lab to do it. It was an isolated system.
I just want to say, let's rescue the auto docs.
Oh yeah. When you get to the door, it says access level 10 required.
So maybe you're right then. Sounds like they did infiltrate it.
Yeah, covering their tracks.
We got
Rufus goes.
vehicles here that work, right?
Next time we have the chance to.
We got vehicles here that work, right?
Oh, your
Yeah,
vehicles.
most of these work.
Yeah. Don't forget your
So-
mule's round the corner. Hopefully.
So let's use one of these replaceable ones that we don't care about and just ram through the fucking wall.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of each one of us drive one of these. That way we can go back to the guy that was charging us rent and like maybe sell him one and then put one in the
I like it.
reckless.
That's a good call. I
Well,
like
we
that.
gotta take the one we drove back because we're, you know.
Oh yeah. No, I'm saying bring that one back, but there's 6 of us here.
You got to remember the murder hobo aesthetic, even in sci-fi games.
Indeed.
I mean, it's obvious that they don't want them, and we can definitely use them.
Oh, I'm not arguing the point on Banshee. Anything that's usable, you take because otherwise it's wasted. With the tunnel closed, there's no wasting anything.
All right, let's do that.
Okay. I'll have to make up some. I'll make up some stats for them. Because there's a very. I'll make up some stats for them for next
Make
week.
up
but
stats
yeah.
for one. We're going to sell the other, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it depends what you want to take because obviously you've got if I'll get rid of line of sight again. 'cause you
Anything
don't
that's
need it
not
now.
nailed down, is that?
Um,
on the inventory
I
screen.
mean, if you look at the map, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. For want of, but there's almost like 2-man buggies, and then there is this sort of slightly larger cargo hauling vehicle there.
I type get all and see what's added to my inventory.
Okay, I'm going to say you're going to probably need to make repair checks on each of those vehicles at -2 to get them going. And a failure, it means that a failure is basically that one isn't really going, isn't viable to drive back. It will fail to get back with you when you're trying to sell it to the guys. What I'm trying to say.
How many repair checks is there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 repair checks at -2. The idea is that's sort of basically you trying to get them back. If you get all 5 back, you get all 5 back. But so that's one. You'll get one. You'll get one vehicle back. Okay, one.
Oh, it's
that
late in the game. I can Benny that one.
Go for it. Yep, that's two.
So
Two back.
I know we're running out of time, but one thing I do want to do is I want to do the what is it called? The reduce the fear level.
Oh yeah, sure.
Tell Taylor.
Yeah.
If you took that hindrance edge, you most certainly need to be allowed to do that. I do apologise.
I'm gonna roll for the last one, and then I'll go back and Benny that.
Okay.
Because I need to Benny 2 of them.
Actually, Telltale isn't a hit. Is it? Oh, is it? I can't remember. Is it an edge?
It's an
these
edge, yeah.
days?
It's an edge.
It's my fault.
It's a novice edge, yeah, from Deadlands Lost Colony, yeah.
There you're talking.
Yeah, I got all 5 of them. Some
You
of
bring-
them are in real good shape. I wouldn't want to be driving them. You might want to.
You took Telltale edge because I can't see it.
Yes, in the Deadlands Lost Colony player guide.
I know
Yeah,
that.
I thought I did, but I don't see it on my character.
I
But
think
I am
maybe,
missing an edge.
Oh, maybe was it going to be your advance? Was it?
I think so.
You have to drag it over.
That reminds me.
No. You took work the room as your first edge. So.
Me?
Oh no, not you. Sorry, I'm getting my characters muddled up.
I took healer and then veteran of the way out west. But that should have bought me some more.
Depends what you spent on the advances, didn't it?
Well, I was trying to look it up, but I thought I got that Telltaler edge. Because I bought up my persuasion so I could buy it.
Yeah. Let's have a look. No, I didn't mean to do the mini sheet. Okay. It's the plus button I have to click these days. Himini. Let's have a look at Himini to give me a comparison.
Do you have the? I did them in the. I did them in the savageworlds.us.
Yeah, you did send. I think you sent it over. I will check. I think points wise, you look balanced. Anyway, I think I'm going to be nice and do that. And see if I can. I'll see if I can find.
Okay, and it just automatically added it because I had dropped and dragged the actual edge.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Into my advances, so it automatically added it on. Let me see if it automatically put it on the main page. Yes, it did. So now I have the MacGyver edge.
Okay,
Well, there you
I'm
go.
gonna add. I'll add in the Telltaler edge, and then I want to use the adventure card, Dress to Kill.
Did you send me your character sheet? No, I don't think you
Via
sent it
US.
personally.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Did you post it in the chat, or did you send it to me direct? I can't remember.
Gosh, I don't remember.
Hopefully you've still got it saved because I can't remember. Hang on, there's Linda Carmichael. Did you do it as text? So I can't remember. I'll stat you up. Go on, go for it now, because you've just had an advance. You can always take Telltale out, can't you? And then
Yeah, I'll do that for now, and then
we'll work it out.
um,
Yeah, I'll key your character in, and I'll key your character in and see how it works out.
Where are the edges?
They are now under character.
Character. Okay, it was collapsed.
They're the ones I find the hardest. I must admit, I'm still getting used to the new layout. I'm not sure if I like it or not. Is the honest answer, but who knows?
Yeah, my
I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it too.
I should be seasoned as well, but that's not right on there either. So
Your seasons, yeah.
I'll have to take a look at it and figure out what happened.
There's a way to add that edge on Savaged.
Yeah, I don't know why you even bother when you've got it all built in the fantasy grounds, but yeah.
The nice thing about Savage is makes the characters without having to check all the rules, because Savage does all the can you have it for me.
That's
checks.
why I like it too, so that when players say, "Hey, I advanced," I just have to look at it.
Yeah, see, I like Savage because you can play around with. I want to add this edge. No, I want to take away that.
Yeah.
Just kind of fiddle
Maybe
with
I messed up, but I could swear I took that.
Well, it's okay. You got an advance, so you can take it now if you've got Persuasion D8,
Yeah,
which you do.
I'll put it in
I
there.
think.
And then if you leave it open,
I won't close it down. When I'll key your character in Savage myself, and we'll see if we work out what's going on. Okay. So see page.
So I need to roll, but I'm using the dress to kill, which gives me a +2 to my persuasion.
Yep. So play that beautiful card then. There's a reason. See, there's a reason why I leave page numbers in these days. I used to take it. We used to be told to take them out, but these days we're allowed to leave them in, because if you've actually got a book, sometimes it's quicker just to go and find it in the book than it is to try and find it in the module. Wonderful stuff. That's interesting. It didn't drag it to what you meant to do, and I don't know what is. Yeah, you drag it and drop it in the chat is how it's meant to work for future reference.
I keep trying to do that, and it doesn't.
It's okay. I can do it. Don't worry.
Right.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah. So, in some offense, the fear level, the mechanisms, spreading hope. Serious country. Once a point of the roll is modified. The fear level grit doesn't help. I'm assuming you're going to tell the tale once you get back to temptation, of course.
Yes.
Okay. I need to see what the fear level at temptation is. I'm fairly confident it's going to be a 3, but we'll check. Toxic Jungle Spire. Banshee settings. The belt, the Goliath belt, Titan, Black Cities, Strike Base, Toxin. Yeah, let's call it. I'm going to say it's at 3 at the moment, so it'll be a persuasion roll at -3, but you've just played that card that gives you a +2, so it's a persuasion roll at -1.
I put that in manually.
Yeah.
And I got 1 Benny.
The roll.
Well, now
You've got 1 Benny.
She has Mr. Fix-It and MacGyver, and a repair a D8 +2. So
okay,
if she can't fix it, it ain't broke.
So, telling the tale when you get back lowers the fear level in temptation by 1 level, taking it down to a level 2, and if successful, spread over.
Everybody gets conviction, don't they?
I thought you got conviction. Well, I've given you conviction for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you earn a conviction token. Yeah, you do. Sorry, it doesn't say that on the page I was looking at, but it says it in the edge. So you get back. Obviously, back. It only takes you another day to get back, all things considered. Basically, Doc tells the tale, and once again, the reckless heroes, as people seem to be calling you these days, or the crew of the reckless more often, but the reckless heroes does seem to be catching on. Does lift spirits, and people are a bit less down and a bit less worried with the storms and everything. And you have the parts you need, so congratulations.
Yeah, if you want to make a list of the parts we acquired there, so if this comes up again in a game, we're not going out and rebuying the same stuff.
So, are we going to be able to continue our run, or did we screw it up? Do we do it
No, no,
fast
no.
I
enough?
just got to get back. Do you need it now? Do you need a repair roll for me to actually get this into the Reckless?
Well, we can worry about all of that next time, because obviously, I think if you guys want to do the run, it would make perfect sense. That'll be the next adventure. So we'll have all that in play, and we'll see what happens. Especially if there's time constraints, we'll see how evil I'm feeling at the time. But in the meantime, we shall officially leave the game there. I'll leave Fancy Grounds up for a bit so anyone can edit stuff. But hope you enjoyed this one, and see you in a fortnight for part 3.
How do I